Wait, I pin it, yeah? All's good. Let me turn on sound. All's good. Adamek. Hello, hello, hello. IQ copy, welcome, welcome. Give me a few seconds, I'll turn on sound. Music. You know what? Katsu, Zuihan, Manux, welcome. First on Twitch, second on Twitch. Actually impressed that they changed it. They actually did listen. I am pleasantly surprised. They changed visuals. They added more details. Now it looks much better. Like, look. You see? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this area, these things. They added lots of stuff. They added grass, this grass, this grass. Some other elements they also added. I was roaming a bit before I started my stream. This area. Like, it's still, like, it looks weird, this location, but they did listen. Much better. Looks much better than it was. Look, that's exactly what I was asking them. Still, like, lots of things to improve, but look at these flowers. Look at this, in this area. And that's why, guys, you need to complain. You need to not shut the fuck up and stay silent and eat everything what they gives you, what devs gives you, but give feedback. Because I was mad for a fucking reason. And I saw morons, full retards in comment section below. Not a lot. Like, complete idiots. They were saying, oh, Equart, you don't need to complain. You do not understand. It is fine. Why are you so harsh? No, you do not understand how it will affect the game. Fuck you. No, you need to complain. You need to complain so things will be improved. Look, literally twice better than it was before. With lots of, like, small details. And it completely looked much, like, much better. I love it. I love it. Again, still, lots of rooms for improvement, but you immediately notice this. But at the low quality, man, I wish you would see Skies V, how it was before. I wish you would see how it was before. Invader by Vitae. First version of this swamp was so bad, was so horrible, that you could not even imagine. Oh, actually, you know what? You can check my video on YouTube, how it was. So you would have something to compare it with, man. Because right now it's much better. Let me check other locations. Let's wait. New update is out? No. New update gonna be on 13th. Okay, good. Good. It's not 30 FPS anymore. Okay, let's move. Is the performance better? Performance gonna be the same as before. They said that they're gonna improve performance in the next patch. But not immediately on 13th. Later, when they're gonna install this Unity engine. What's 5, 6? What's the latest one? Then they're gonna improve performance. But with this visual, look how much better it looked like. Good job, SBI. Good job. That's what I was talking about. Because it was too flat. it was too boring, too flat. Look at these leaves. And they added, like, yeah, it's the same assets, I know, but if you place it correctly, if you will place this type of tier 2 logs on a road, it immediately look much better. Ну, от тому ми і жалілися. Ну, тому я жалівся. А ідіоти писали, та що ти робиш, Екварт, не роби, так ти не розумієш, це ти гірше грі робить. Нащо ти це робиш? Долбойоби такі були. Краще прийняти те, що є. Давайте їсти говно, блядь, ложкою. Тепер хоч якісь зміни є. Тим паче, вони після відосу, не знаю, після відосу, наймають environment артистів зараз в офіс на фултайм. Okay, this is alright. Today, by the way, gonna be a special, like, not a regular stream when we're gonna do PvP. I need your help, by the way. I need your help. Today we're gonna record video for new players, for new content update with tips and tricks. So if you will have some ideas, we're gonna go one by one. We're gonna go one by one. First, we're gonna record. First tip gonna be obviously it is new Armory system. Skip. First, gonna be Armory system. Then we're gonna go on a live server, and on the live server we're gonna talk about other stuff. It's a test server just to showcase this Armory system. Putra, welcome, welcome, welcome. E-Black, welcome, hello, hello. For player and phone update, better or not? Well, just a good update with lots of quality of life changes, with lots of UI UI, but lots of changes. Good one. Some important, some less important. Small graphical updates. Graphic updates. I don't know if it's because I'm used to it, but I feel like it's harder to distinguish the environment from important interactable things. I don't know why it would feel like that. Because there are lots of objects on the screen. Well, anyway, you will interact with left click, to be fair. Maybe because you get used to the fact that Albion is super empty and flat in open world. And when you go in the swamp territory, they added lots of objects, which I love, which is good. Make game looks much better. But because of lots of different objects, like you cannot focus on certain resources. Yeah, it makes sense, but you will get used to it. It's normal. Ghost, welcome, welcome, welcome. I do like this new lights. Like, okay, let's teleport back. Building, welcome, welcome. No, update is not live. Update gonna be on 13, guys. The vanity merchant has been done for mobile users since Easter started. Can you complain about that? I don't care about vanity merchants, I'll be honest. Yeah, I know it's unfair, but it is what it is. Okay, guys. Let me get to my islands. Or maybe not islands. Oh, let me stay near these guys. In today's video, guys, we're gonna talk about tips and tricks in Albion Online. Very useful, not only for new players, but also for casuals, maybe even for some... no, let's start over. Let's start over. Because today, not only gonna be a stream when I'm gonna record tips and tricks, I also try to fix my schedule. Welcome, Lock and Don, hello. Postara, good morning. Guys, don't forget to press like button on YouTube. And also join our small community in Discord. In the first pinned message, there is a link. When will new update will be? 13th. Yeah, 13th. Build Great Frost small scale. I would not use in small scale Great Frost, I'll be honest. In small scale, we'll use something else than that. Well, Great Frost also can work, to be fair, with AoE QQ2. With Cooler Rope maybe and some clip stuffs, but in this case I would go with Permafrost, I'll be honest, or something else. Utility E-spell with slow. Streamer, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. So, Fubats, I guess you will get used to it in some locations. It will take definitely some time. Haven't played in about 2-3 years. How much changed since then? A lot. A lot, cabbage. We're gonna talk about today changes in Albion Online. Not changes, sorry, about tips. We're gonna talk about tips in Albion Online. By the way, guys, look at this. It's a model of my character. Model of my character with Kingmaker. It's good, it's great. It's a small one. Fix your sleep schedule? No, I did not, Hostara. I did not. I'm in process. Work in progress. Work in progress. Guys. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's for YouTube. It's for YouTube. Today we're gonna record. No. How should I start? How should I start? I know the pain. Well, yeah, I need to, because tomorrow I want to do Albion stream plus sponsor stream. We're gonna play Minecraft tomorrow on Twitch. Then I'm gonna take a break on 11th and on 12th. I will not do anything. I will be busy. And on 13th, gonna be a first stream after a 2-day break. And probably we're gonna play a bit arena 1v1 on a main character. And the whole video highlights on YouTube will be me fighting other people in 1v1 arena. That's probably what people are waiting for the most. Is Albion dead? No. Albion will never be dead, man, in the near future. That's huge that SBI sent it. That's huge that SBI sent it me nothing. They actually, they still have t-shirt that they could not send it to me, which is weird. I, like myself, found several ways how they could send it to me, but okay. They couldn't. No. It's my viewer made this cool model of my character. I made a post on Reddit about it. Also post on YouTube, on community page. But that's all I can tell you. Maybe we'll come up with something in future. But it's all in plans. We'll see. А в кінці вітаю. Ні, це глядач зробив. With this new update, I think it's perfect time to introduce new players with useful tips and tricks, something like this. Yeah, but I don't want it to focus on a new update. Because this type of video that we're gonna record gonna be useful for everyone. And I want to make sure that it will be relevant for a long time. Like, very long time. Like, maybe half a year, maybe a year. Honestly, I don't think this game wouldn't last too long after Founder. Of 8 years later, I was wrong. And it's growing only. It's doing very well. Well, right now only one guy in a city because we're on test server. I want to showcase a new Armory system. For yes, people say it's dead and dying, whatever. Yeah, like, it's delusional people. Complete delusional. Oh, maybe hater. Haters. They do not understand. They don't even play the game. Okay, guys. Welcome. Today, we're gonna talk about tips and tricks in Albion Online. Let's go. Super short, immediately. So the first thing that you need to know about when you start playing Albion, it is very useful. It is new Armory system. What this system is, basically it's UI in the game. If you will click on your avatar, you see Armory system. You can choose type of content you wanna play. Solo, PvE, PvP, open world. Choose a weapon you want. Or filter it by, I don't know, like everything you want to, like efficiency, survivability, and so on and so on and so on, or weapon type. And the game will automatically tell you what kind of build to play in this or in that scenario. Why it's useful? Because all type of content in Albion Online require certain play styles and different builds to be efficient. Let's say there is a solo PvP, PvE in open world, and it will be completely different from solo corrupted dungeons, from solo Avalonian roads, solo mists. It is completely different playstyles. It will have a different approach to the way how you should play the game, and that is very useful. And it is not only solo, so you can also open this Armory system, choose small group, open world, and it will suggest you builds. What kind of builds you can play on what kind of weapon, and so on and so on. So you can make sure that this build is going to be playable 100%. Okay, 90% they're going to be playable, because this system analyzes all builds that players are using, and based on their win rate, will give you suggestions. So most likely you will end up with playable and good builds. So always use this Armory system if you're not familiar with the content that you are planning to play. Okay, we have this Armory system. Now let's log in on a live server. I hope it was fine. I don't need to re-record this, yeah? All is good. Guys, don't forget to press like button on YouTube. Likes are very, 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 very important. Guys, it's not live. Update is not live. Let me log in. So first tip, the most important. We have it, yeah? Let me stash this. Trash items. Okay, guys, second tip. What else do we need to add?
Buying or selling?
Royal helmet. What kind of tip we should give new players, or even to veteran players?
Made a profit?
Tip number 2. Guys, no matter what kind of content you play, use items you can afford to lose. Especially if you're a new player, you need to start treating your gear as consumables, especially if you play Albion for the first time and previously you was playing team pack mmorpgs like World of Warcraft or something like this. All your gear is consumables. Oh, no. Let me start over. Let me start over. Valami, welcome. When will Party Finder become useful in Albion Online? I think the first step towards usefulness of Party Finder will be in the next patch, when they will not allow to easily cheese players by kicking them from a party. So in the next content update, once you was kicked, you will have like 30 seconds blinking period of time, like your nickname start blinking, when your ex-members will not be able to execute you. So once this system will be implemented, they can work towards improving Party Finder even more. Okay, tip number 2. Guys, use items you can afford to lose. It is very, very important. If you're a new player, you need to treat your gear as consumables. And that's all. Very important. If you have 1 mil of silver, that's all your money that you have, you should not go higher than 4.1 items in open world, especially in the black zone. Let's talk about black zone itself. Okay, it was tip number 2. Actually, let me stash this stuff. Let me get some kind of cheap setup. Few seconds.
Welcome, friend.
Do 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 do. This we stash. Okay. Tip number 3. Tip number 3. If you're a new player and you want to farm open worlds, use it with... Okay, tip number 3. If you want to farm open worlds, use cheap gear, like I mentioned in tip number 2, and go into a safe portal and farm nearby tier 5 locations. It is very important. Don't go higher. Maximum, okay, maybe tier 6, but tier 5 is the best place to go. So you teleport via safe portal, look for nearest tier 5 location, and stick to this. If you spawn in tier 7, farm tier 6 or tier 5 location nearby. And I'm telling you, you will be able to get your money back. You need to treat open world of Albion, black zones, especially with this portal, like a extraction type of game, like Arc Raiders, Dark and Darker. Your set, let's say, costs with all your gear 77k, but you can actually make it 30k, even cheaper, with some kind of potion that allow you to escape gankers or solo or duo gankers. In this potion is more than enough, only one. You go outside, you farm around 100k, and your goal is just to go back safely towards the portal where you spawned, or just press R button. It's a teleport back. That's all. And after a few runs, you'll accumulate more and more silver. And the beauty is, even if you're gonna die, it doesn't matter. Your set costs nothing. Stick to low tier locations. That's all. And don't try to farm. Inner circle. So if you don't know, Black Zone has if you don't know, Black Zone has a different value for different locations. Closer it is to inner circle, higher rewards. But you also need to take into account that these locations in inner circle, first of all, mob is going to be much harder to kill, because with rewards, by the way, if you're going to click on this thingy, you will see bonus that you're going to get. On top of silver and loot and fame, it also increases difficulty in PvE, damage and health of the mobs. But also, there will be insane amount of gankers. So I would suggest, of course, if you spawned via safe portal in near the zones, don't go anywhere, farm nearby tier 5 locations. But do not go intentionally in inner circle. If you spawned in the S of the world, it doesn't matter. Go in nearby tier 5 location, even with less bonuses, you're still gonna earn decent amount of money and fame. Do not waste your time. Farm what you can farm. Okay, this we have. Should warn you players about scouts, and that's still a thing. Yeah, probably. But let's go towards other thingy. Okay, scouts. Okay, I'll try to remember scouts. Another tip, screen resolution. You see, I'm using 2.5 on 1080p resolution with these black bars, on top and on the bottom. Why? Even though the distance where you will see your ally or enemy name tag is equal for everyone, yeah? You will not be an advantage or disadvantage, but you physically will be able to see a model of enemy character on a top left or right corner much earlier than they will see you. Especially it matters when you're on a hotspot with mobs and you can see if someone is up to dive you with invisibility potion. So, of course, it's not mandatory, but if you don't mind to play with such resolution, play with such resolution. How to set it up? You either can set it up via NVIDIA control panel, if you have an NVIDIA GPU, or via in Windows settings. There are plenty of guides in the internet where you can check how to do that. Okay, next one. Next one is controls. Always use double press to attack. Why? And always also turn off force combat mode. These two options, this turn on, this turn off. Reason. When you are in PvP, when you are in a PvP area, if you will not have this double press to attack, once you're gonna click on someone, your character will automatically start attacking this guy. So let's say if you want to check what kind of items your enemy is using, once you're gonna click, your character will go and start attacking. And it is very annoying. You lose lots of control over no matter what kind of scenario you're in, and you might fuck up. So always turn this option double press to attack. And by the way, auto attack in Albion is a space bar, guys. Yes, it's a space bar for auto attack. Force combat mode, you turn it off. The reason is because if it will be turned on, you will not be able to loot items during PvP. If you're PvP locked in combat, you will not be able to loot. So turn it off entirely. That will be my advice. Second, another very useful tip. Guys, if you open your map like this, by pressing N button, like N button on a keyboard, you see these arrows? You can click on them. You can click on them and check other locations. By the way, this feature was added not long time ago. You see? Okay, this we have. Another feature. The next tip. Let's say there is a chest, but on top of this chest, there are insane amount of players, and you do not know, like, it's impossible to click on a chest to loot it. Especially it is important when you participate in faction warfare and clearing camps, like let's say in a red zone, yeah? You clear this group camp, and you cannot normally click on this chest, and you're losing your time. How to immediately click on a chest without... how to immediately click on this chest, basically. You hold C button, C, on your keyboard, C, hover your mouse towards the chest, C, and I ignore all other players in this area and just press left click and open the chest. Without any misclicks. No matter how many players gonna be in this area, 500, 300 players, you always will focus on a chest. Okay, this we have. Hofarin, welcome. Merchant shop doesn't open, what to do? Oh, it's vanity, probably it's broken right now. You need to play with that resolution for large-scale fights. It's mandatory since you have more things on your screen, such a shit thing. Yeah, it's very important. Would be nice that SBI introduced new mechanic that will benefit the solo players in Black Zone. Like what? I was thinking about Giga buff that you gain if you get ganked by more than 5 people. You already get this buff, but not Giga. Back in the days it was much stronger, and it was a bit overpowered. Really, I just had to press C. See, even this tip is gonna be useful even for some veteran players. Next tip is how to immediately inspect someone items. You see, inspect. How to do it with one click. like I do. By default, inspect button is Y on a keyboard. But you can rebind it on any hotkey on your keyboard, or what I do, I have Razer mouse, so I set up Y as a click on this side button. So I just press this button, this one, on my mouse. I'm gonna show you. This one, this one, this one. Boom! And I immediately inspect him. That's why I do it super fast in combat. Okay. Fire Staff Infernal? We played it not long time ago. There are gonna be highlights soon, by the way, with this Fire Staff. Well, with mix of weapons. What next? What next? Let me roam a bit. Люди не знають, що зажати Alt Self-Cast. 100%. Окей. Another... Да, дякую, Сігра. Окей. The next one, how to self-cast items on yourself. Because there are some abilities, let's say a Jacket of Tenacity. It depends on how it's gonna be cast on yourself, on your enemy, or on mobs. It will give you different effects. How to cast items on yourself. You hold Alt on a keyboard and press Jacket ability. And in this case, this jacket will be casted on yourself. Again, it is in-game settings. You can change it anytime you want. But just in case, Alt, press any button, it's a self-cast. Okay. Minigod, welcome, welcome, welcome. No, it was never bannable, Stoneface. Macrosys was bannable. Rebinding was never bannable. Так, Коконат, але через софт. Якщо в тебе Razer, мишка, чи там Logitech. I use my mouse button for self-cast. Oh, like this, yeah. Did you mention change the spell cast from click to release? Well, this I will not mention because it depends on personal preferences. It's not like game changing, and we all get used to different settings. RTS, classic controls. This is individual. I don't think I should mention this. Auto run. What is auto run button? Fuck, I don't have auto run. I don't have an unlock on my keyboard. Okay, fuck auto run. No. Okay, another tip. If you do not know, when you are... Okay, another tip. If you're in combat with someone, if someone will attack you, let's say, yeah, in PvP, or you will attack someone, if you die to mobs during this fight, let's say I'm fighting someone and I'm dying to a mob, I will have 3 minutes downtime, which is very crucial, and I can be easily executed. How to avoid it? Once you change location, like this, from one cluster to another cluster, or going into a solo dungeon, getting inside of group dungeon. So when there is a loading screen, you reset this combat timer immediately. So let's say I'm gonna show you. Let me go back. Yeah, I will mention spawn bubble in a few seconds. So I bet you have seen on my some highlights how I was abusing this system. But let's say you're getting dived by a gang squad. They're attacking you. Yeah, they attack you. You are in combat with them. You go inside of the dungeon. And if inside of the dungeon they were not able to auto-attack you, once you die to mobs, you will have 17 seconds respawn time, even if you was hit before in the previous cluster. So keep this in mind. It might save your life and you might escape. Okay. No. Throw ideas, guys. Throw ideas, because I will definitely forget something. We're gonna talk about scams. Outer end was tab. It was never tab. It was never tab. It was numlock or something like this. Yeah. We're gonna talk about this. Yes. We'll mention. No, macroses are prohibited. You cannot use macroses. So, another tip to not be scammed. Very often, gankers are killing new players like this. Let's say you go into a new area and you will have this bubble. If someone is giving you trade, do not accept this trade. Do not interact with other players at all. Do not accept party, do not accept trade, because if you will accept trade, you're gonna lose your bubble and people gonna kill you. So do not click on anything. Any action will immediately remove it. You can forcefully remove, by the way, your bubble by pressing logout button, and you will end this vulnerability earlier. Sometimes it also can be useful. Also, let me show you something. Now you'll have 100% tax. Yeah, we have a greedy guild leader, man. What can I say? What happened? The bats for solo do not exist. Any black zone area got this buffs. Once you take it, you become invisible. And once you go outside, gankers and other people will not be able to see you. You're in full invisibility. In such way, you can safely, on foot, get to certain locations. So you can move like this, like 2 locations even, on a fast mount. But let's say you want to end this invisibility earlier. How to do it? Like I showed you before, you press logout button, bum, and you become visible. But take into account that silence still gonna apply on you. Yeah, it will end soon, but take this into account. You can manually cancel it. Okay, let's go back. Rage Kid, hello. UI, oh, UI, Cloud, you're a genius. Another tip for new players. You see I have weird UI. It is completely customizable. You go in game settings, you go into interface, HUD editor, and you can set up everything you want. Literally everything. Make certain objects clickable through, not clickable through, adjust your rows of your buffs, adjust size of your health, minimap, and so on and so on and so on. So, yeah, use it. Use it. The next one. The next one is Albion has 2 different minimaps. When you press N, yeah, classic one, and there is also a traveler's map. If you will hold Shift plus N, it's gonna be transparent. Yeah, it's not clickable, but it's transparent. Very. If you was playing games like Diablo, or maybe in PoE, it's very close to this type of map. And by the way, transparency of this map you can set up in settings also. Shift N. Okay, we have this. Bank overview. Yes. Let's say you have insane amount of items. Some items are in Limhurst. Some items are in Bridgewatch, maybe in Martlock, maybe somewhere else, and you don't remember where your item is. You can press K on a keyboard, and it is your bank overview. It will show you all your items that you own, let's say in Bridgewatch, in Carleon, in Fort Sterling, in Limhurst. You can choose all tabs that you want. You don't remember, let's say, where is your Infinity Blade, or let's say, okay, Assassin Jacket, yeah, is. Assassin Jacket, search, and now you see all Assassin Jackets in all cities. But there is only one exception. It will not show you items if they are stashed on your personal or guild island. It will show you items only in banks. Yeah? Okay. Second tip. Guys, you can buy these tabs in any city. Action, manage, buy a new tab. Pum, create, and you will create one more tab. Control click to fast swap to inventory. Control click. What? What? I didn't. Can you? What? I didn't understand. What control click? If someone died to mobs in static and you want to kill them, how you kill without invis or calm potions? It depends on the scenario, man. Control. What control click? I did not understand. What do you mean by this? Okay, the next one. Let's say you are in. Let's say you are on marketplace and you want to buy more invisibility potions. You click on this invisibility potion that you already have, hold shift, click, and it automatically pastes the name of the item in a search bar. Soups, I'm still holding my shift. Soups, Assassin Jacket, Schooler, Longbow, Mage Cowl. Very important. Like, quality of life change, basically. How to get better PvP with a lot of veterans around? Play on meta and use items you can afford to lose and practice a lot. Brecilien. Should we talk about Brecilien, probably, yeah? If you dismount, okay, let me get my shit together. Let me get my fuzzy drink, and we'll continue. Good morning, guys. Don't forget to press like button on YouTube. Andrei, welcome. Shift click. The next one, how to stash items in your inventory or take items. The way how I'm taking items right now from my bank, like this, I'm holding shift and clicking on an item. The same you can do with items in your inventory. But let's say you want to move all items at once. Yeah? You can just press this button, move all from inventory. Pum! And I stash everything what I had in my inventory into a bank. The same you can do to inventory. Bum! And all items that I can handle will be in my inventory. Okay. Will you do some challenge with longbow? No. Quality of life tutorial? Well, yeah, some sort of. Where's this fucking premium? Is it in buying or selling items? Or exploration? No, it should be in economy, yeah? Selling items. I don't see it. Maybe I don't have it on my character. Energy drinks? No, I don't drink energy drinks. I quit them a long time ago. It's Pepper. Dr. Pepper. I don't see it. Okay, never mind. The next one. How to get first 3-day premium once you start playing the game. You can claim it via journal. We have a journal in this game, yeah, like the game rewards you for doing different activities, and you will be able to claim it in your rewards once you will sell items on 50k of silver, or 30k, maybe 50k of silver, if I'm not mistaken, or 30k. Oh, yeah, I need to reset camera, sorry. Fuck, let's start over. So the next 50k, yeah? Okay, so guys, how to claim your 3 days premium in Albion Online. Right now, you can do it via journal on a freshly created character, like this. Click on the journal and claim it in your rewards. But you need to first sell items on 50k of silver on market. And only then you will be able to claim it. 50k is super easy to get, so sell some stuff and get your 3-day premium. Okay, we have it. Sigils, they will figure out. For that, we have guides. I'm new to PvP. How could I start in a good way to get better at battles? I'm a solo player who wants to explore all the content. What would be the expert vision that you would give me to take a good path? Use items you can afford to lose. Play unplayable build that in the content that you want to play. Different solo content require different solo builds. Choose playable builds in the content you want to play. Use set that you can afford to lose and practice. Just practice a lot. Yeah, soon there will be a new Armory system on 13th. I already mentioned this, which will allow you to scroll and figure out what builds are playable and which are not. No, this type of tips I will not do. Like, do one. It's in a guide video. There should be something global. Also tell them 6.06, tier 5.1, 4.2, and buy whatever is cheaper. The quality helps a lot. Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe 4.1 items. Guys, the next thing, when you're gonna buy your items, sometimes it's much cheaper to enchant your gear by yourself. So you either can craft 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 items, or you can enchant it with different runes, souls, or relics. So 4.0, as you can see, cost on market 1.8k of silver, but 4.1, 5.8. And it will be much cheaper if I'll take runes. How much runes I need to enchant it to 4.1? Let me check. And by the way, to do so, you need to talk to this Artifact Foundry NPC. It's in any city. That's how you can enchant your gear. So to enchant it, I need 96 Adept's rune. Let's check. 96. 2 rune. Tier 4, 96. Man, it cost 672 silver.
Come again.
Again, less than 700. And now compare the price. 4.0, 4.1. You see this amount of money that people are making?
Got everything?
So you either can do the same thing and earn silver and resell items, or it will be much cheaper to enchant everything yourself. Oh, sorry, wrong tab, this one. See, now it's 4.1. Easy. But take into account that not all items are worth to enchant yourself. So you need to compare prices. Like some items, it's not worth to enchant to 0.3, let's say, which will require relics. So do your own research. Okay. Talk about monthly, weekly chests you get with activities like getting might, favor. Oh, yeah, true. That's important. Many people do not even understand how to use it. So let's talk about... Okay, let me... Wait. Let me make a sip. There is no reason to rush. Та ну я не запам'ятаю все одно. Мені люди постійно кажуть 96, 225, 368, 322. Оце, ну, ні, мені це... Я не запам'ятаю. Запам'ятаю це, щось інше забуду. Where's my cigarettes? Is it better to save up tomes and power level items or use the tomes to gather up combat credits? Is it better to save up tomes and power level items or use the tomes and gather up combat credits? Is it better to save up... wait, I'm confused. Is it better to save up tomes and power level items or use the tomes and gather up combat credits? Like with 100 specs, you mean? No. Use tomes on items that you do not have any levels on. For open world solo, is bow of button or longbow better? Cheap option, longbow. More expensive and with different playstyle would be bow of button. More advanced. But again, depends on the build. Depends on your investment. Both weapons are playable. Longbow is just cheaper. No, it's not fixed, uncle. I did not sleep for a long time. I woke up yesterday. Right now I'm trying to fix it. Again, work in progress. By the way, have you seen us? Let me showcase you. While I'm smoking. Guys. Look at this. Look at this. Kingmaker. Huh? Pretty close. I want to paint it. Color it. Maybe I will. Yeah, I will. Ні, це не мій. Це глядач зробив. Okay, what I wanted. Fuck, what I wanted. Ah, yeah. Chests. I'm trying to form what I'm gonna say. Розмір не має значення. Да, має. I might start playing again after the update. What date is it coming out? Oh, on 13th, like in a few days. Hello, guys. Is it ethical frost? Okay, not very ethical frost, but okay, I can accept it. Item durability still affect the item power. Man, I don't remember how they changed it. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I don't think it even matters. I'll be honest. There is a difference between item power and tier of the items, but it literally doesn't matter. We're gonna talk about durability and repair price in non-full loot areas. We definitely will. In the context of non-full loot areas, because this is important, but overall, no. Ah, you're talking about when it's broken. No, man, I will not talk, like, it's the most obvious thing. I will not even mention this. It's a waste of footage. No, okay, I misunderstood you. I thought you were saying that higher IP item you have, longer it will stay durable. And your durability will depend on amount of damage you take from mobs, depend on a tier. Like, there is a dependence. I thought you were talking about this one. No, like, doesn't matter. Maybe about craft royal items and royal capes? No, fuck that. That's unnecessary information. I want to talk about the most useful things that new players might miss. Does it matter what Q ability you use on longbow? Yeah, does matter. Depends on the enemy. If you want to kite, you go 1 Q. If you want to brawl, another. If you want to kite and brawl partially, you go on another one. Overcharge. Yeah, we're gonna talk about overcharge. Overcharge is important. Overcharge is very important. How about don't do solo dungeons? It's yes, I do agree with you, Night Shocker. Okay, let's start with dailies. Not dailies, weeklies. Guys, I bet you played many games, mmorpgs, when you could get this daily or weekly rewards, which can be obnoxious, annoying. It's force you to log in into the game. It's very toxic type of mechanics that exists in lots of MMORPGs. And when you log into Albion, you also might see this, like, adventure challenge chests that you can claim only if you have premium, some kind of mounts, conquerors challenge chests, weekly rewards for farming might, and you also can get these chests. And you might think, oh my god, Albion is the same. No, these chests are mostly useless, guys. It doesn't matter. It's like a small bonus. Of course, you can claim them. Of course, there is a chance to get some decent rewards, but mostly it doesn't matter. And even if you will miss them, if you will not claim them, you will be able to claim them anytime you want. They automatically will appear in your mailbox. Or you can manually claim them much later. So the game do not force you to log in daily or weekly to do certain activities. Again, it's not worth it. It's do not have the same value as in other MMORPGs, so don't worry. It's not a big deal. But very important things that I want to mention. This chest from Conqueror's Challenge chest, this one, can contain a Mamuta. You can get a mammoth, but with low chance, 0.05 or something like this. I never got it. I'm playing this year's game for many years and never got it. But there is a chance. Very important thing, you see these favor points. You can earn it via plenty of activities, myths, corrupted dungeons, open worlds, many other things that you can do in open world. It will give you favor. So this favor, you always exchange via this NPC, Energy Manipulator. You talk to this NPC, and always, again, always, listen to me, trust me, take chests. Only chests. These chests also have a chance to get Imamuta, yeah, but they have the most balanced and valuable rewards. As you can see, we're gonna open 8. Boom, 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 boom. Up. We have 3.4 mil from nothing. And that's how you basically monetize this favor and transform them into silver. Many people, unfortunately, not aware of that, especially new players. Let me stash it. Mammoth Calf, yeah. And now let's talk about Siphoned Energy. Siphoned Energy is very important. You're right. Do you see this button? Oh, wait. Nothing by it.
Don't be shy.
Guys, do you see this button? No. O. Hotkey, by the way, is Shift plus O. So what it does, to activate this button, you need to have Siphoned Energy. Siphoned Energy. Oh, let's check it. Oh, 10 Siphoned Energy. It will cost you around 100k. So what happens when you activate this button? Oh, cool animation, glowing. It increases your item power of your gear by 100. One tier. Which can be important in some fights when you are taking unfair fight, your enemy has a higher item power and you know it's a fight till death. Activate it and you will reduce this difference between you and your enemy. If you will press it, and it lasts, by the way, for 30 minutes. If you wait until it's gonna be over, there is a small chance, like 10% chance if I'm not mistaken, of your items to be destroyed. Keep this in mind. So when Overcharge will be over, there is a chance that something gonna destroy. You can manually end this Overcharge by unequipping items. Oh, I was lucky. They did not destroy. But if you will unequip it manually, they might break. Also, you can extend duration of this Overcharge by another 30 minutes by pressing it one more time. But because I unequip it now, I cannot do this. But if you're gonna press it one more time when they are active, you will be able to extend it for another 30 minutes. Sadly, I unequip it, so I cannot show you. But you get the idea. Also, let's say, what if you want to enchant only Overcharge, let's say everything except your weapon, or only your helmet, or only your chest. You can go into settings. Let me give me a few seconds. Yeah, general settings, and you see Overcharge, and you choose what kind of items will be overcharged when you press this button, Shift-O. By the way, if you will extend duration, your break chance will be doubled. So it's up to you. I played this game for years, never knew about the sea. What else? What else, guys? Okay, we talk about daily rewards. We talk about Overcharge. We talk about Bubble. Ah! Okay, duels. Okay, fuck duels. No. More like 80% in my experience. Well, yeah, it's RNG. Oh, it's 15. Something like this. Let's talk about Brecilien. So, guys, there is also a city that is not on the map that's called Brecilien. This one. Let me teleport there. I'm gonna show you. Brecilien city that have access to Avalonian roads, immediately to Avalonian roads, and to mist content on the last floor. I'm gonna showcase you this. You see? The Mist portal, Avalonian Road portal. It also has a bank like every other NPC, like in any other city. So how to get into this city? To have an access to this location, you need to go in mists and farm reputation. Your reputation in this mists of this Brazilian reputation should be 50k. Right now I do have, that's by the way how you can check your reputation in your stats. I do have 3.5 mil, but to enter it, you just need to have 50k. You can get it like in few hours of farming. So how, and what's the best way to do it? Once you're gonna go in Mist, you will see wisps that you can release that are in cages. Just interact with these objects and you will be able to get some reputation. I'm gonna showcase you how it look like. Та, про гільдії теж розповім. Та, це важливо. Туру-туру, туру-туру-туру. No, you know what? Let's enter Mists not from Brecilien to showcase the visual how this wisp look like. It is very important. 50k reputation, Courtney. We're gonna talk about few seconds. I'm gonna showcase you.
Looking the same Let's go.
Let me find it. At least something. Quick sell versus sell orders. Like, yeah, we're also gonna talk about this. Man, so many things I need to mention. I hope this video will not be like 1 hour long. But on the other hand, maybe it's good even. Where is this fucking wisp? What's the... I have a question, for example. Okay, a few seconds. So, guys, once you roam, you see this wisp. Willow wisp, it's for solo players, and greater wisp is for duos. So you find this wisp, and by the way, entering this wisp from a black zone or red zone will anyway teleport you in the same type of full loot mist. Non-full loot mists will be only from yellow zones. So keep this in mind. Oh, up! You see? We found immediately this wisp. Let's kill these mobs. We kill these mobs. Yeah. And now we can, well, release this wisp. There is a small animation. Bum. Plus 701 reputation. And again, you need 50k. Once you're gonna get 50k reputation, you will be able to see entrance to Brecilien in mists. And again, it do not spawn with 100% chance. It do not. So you need to roam a bit once you will get your 50k in mists until you will find the portal. But it will not take lots of time. But once you will open it, once you will enter the city, you will be able to teleport there without any need to find this portal again and again. Once you open, you will have access forever. Okay, this we have. Let's teleport back. Have a question. For example, we are going to group dungeons and you flag up and I don't flag up. You're a tank and I am a healer. Can I heal you or not? If you will heal PKer, you will... Well, no. You cannot heal. Fuck, I'm telling you mechanic how it was working in Lineage 2. No, you will not be able to heal. Healing will not work. I want to say you will flag up also. No, you will not. Okay, like, again, guys, I'm sorry, like, I was not sleeping for a long time. So I'm a bit, yeah. Я зал 2, давай вже механіки розповідати. Типу, якщо ПКшник, ти його хіляєш, ти флагаєшся, і тебе можуть вбити. Нормально, я так, мене поплив я трошки. Okay, another tip. When you gotta sell items... Wait, let me get something. Another thing, very important for your economy, guys. Always, when you want to sell items, first of all, you can immediately repair items in a sell window. When you click sell, click on this button, and you either can sell directly to buyers, to other players who set up certain price, but mostly you're gonna lose silver. Or you can set up a sell order. You see, people are selling it for 102, and you can check for what price people are buying these mounts. I will set up 99k. Boom. Create a sell order.
Come again.
And sooner or later, I'm gonna sell this mount and earn more money. So yeah, do not quick sell items. Always make a sell orders. Another very important thing is guilds, guys. Of course, if you're a new player, I would recommend you, especially if you would like to explore, try to learn the game alone. It's great, it's awesome, but eventually you will decide to play with group. You will decide to play with guilds. And yeah, it's a more RPG at the end of the day, even though it's playable solo, but it can be challenging. And if you feel frustrated, join a guild. Try to find the community, people to play together. So what you can do, you can click on this button, Guilds, Guild Finder, go on this third tab, Guild Filter, choose language you speak, city, it doesn't matter, members, time when you play the game, and activities. Yeah? And try to find the guild that suits you the most. Again, it will take some time to find the community to play together, but that's one of the best ways how you can find the guild. What is the important thing that you need to pay attention on? When you start playing Albion, never accept guilds moment when you just spawn, because mostly it's a scam guilds. Why it's a scam guilds? Because they do have insane taxes. Like I have my own guild, I can set up my own taxes and can change it to any percentage I want. So what these scam guilds are doing, they set up, let's say, 90% or 70% taxes, and they just basically milk new players. To avoid it, you can check taxes immediately in this guild finder. What kind of taxes do they have? Okay, what else? Man, fuck this game. Why? What happens? Funny story, I used to play for a long time on the NA server and left the NA server. Since the timers were problematic for... I created a new fresh character and I applied to Limber's faction Discord. And then they said, I'm a spy. Remind me of... my youth. So back in the days, I was applying on a job to work in a certain company, like in a call center, basically. And the thing is, there were like 2 call centers across the road, 2 different call centers. I was applying in a job, I come to this call center, and I was asking so much questions because I genuinely was wondering how does it work, how the process is working, nuances. I was asking insane amount of questions. How the work goes, like payment, and so on, so on, so on. Like a bit too much questions that majority of new employees do not ask them. And they actually thought that I'm from competitive call center to figure out their client base, to leak their client base basically to their opponents. And they didn't hire me. Because of that, because of my curiosity. They actually believe in that. Okay, we do understand you will not tell us the truth, but we are pretty sure that you're working for this company. I'm like sitting like this. Like, guys, are you crazy? I was not even arguing with them. I said, okay, goodbye. And I was never hired. Only because of my curiosity. It was so dumb, man. And then I understood better to pretend dumb and lazy. People love it. Okay. What else? Do you think it's worth to buy premium if you only do PvP, faction, and dungeon? Well, you do PvE. Well, it depends on you. If it's for you, it's expensive. I would not go. I would play without premium then. How much should I load out cost depending on how much silver I have? If you have low amount of silver, like 1 mil, 2 mil, even 10 mil, use 4.1s only. Make sure that you will be able to afford to lose it. Could talk about dual scams. Okay, a very important thing, you guys, never accept duels, especially if you're a new player, especially duels for money, because many players will take advantage of you and will try to scam you. Ideal option is to go into in-game settings, and in in-game settings, you can actually set up an option to auto-deny all duel invites. If I'll find this, give me a few seconds, I'll show you. In controls, no. Controller, no. Fuck, where it is? I don't see it. Social? Yeah, okay, this one. Auto deny dual request. Turn it on and save it. This one. Okay, this we have it. What else? Curiosity killed the cat. Do you think it's one? Yeah, in social. How's your equipment have a white glow animation? It's because I'm overcharged. We were talking about overcharge already. Playing this game solo is the worst thing human being can do to himself. Why?
Ready to leave? See you on the road.
I think it's fine. Well, much better than it was before. For sure. Guys. Learning points. True. Fucking genius. Guys. Learning points. You see this thingy? You can activate them and spend it and speed up your leveling process. Forget about them. Never use them as a new player. Never. Deactivate them. Deactivate them immediately. You will spend this learning points only on gathering professions, or maybe crafting, or maybe refining, if you will decide to go in refining. But never, ever spend it on combat specs. It is super easy to level up your character to 100 specs. It will take like... veteran player can level up a weapon from 0 to 100 literally in few hours. New player completely will level up it, okay, in few days. Maybe casually in a week. Super casually, playing few hours per day, maybe 2 hours per day. So it's not a big deal. Never spend learning points. Never. All you need to do, by the way, if you're talking about in general this stuff, by the way, you can buy them in the shop, but I would not suggest you. In terms of monetization, you need to have only premium. Premium is more than enough to feel comfortable to play Albion. That's all. And by the way, premium increase your loot and progression by 50%. So it does matter, especially if you play for the first time. And I would recommend you to buy premium, the first one, for real money. And just enjoy, explore the game. And the second month, if you will keep playing a lot, you'll be able to afford it. Talking about how to afford premium, how to make money in Albion Online. The most popular question, how to make money. Equart, what's the best PvE method? What's the best way to make money? There are ways how you can make money. And in my opinion, one of the best will be economy. Buying, reselling items, refining, selling, stuff like transporting, flipping on markets. That's the most efficient way how to make money without even leaving a city, in many cases. But I would not focus on this. My best advice that I can give you, try almost every content in the game, and we have plenty of different content for solo, small scale, groups, gathering, crafting, like whatever. Be good at this content. Be very good at this content and you're gonna make money. Focus on one thing that you enjoy to play the most, and that's all. And you're gonna make silver. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay, next one. And by the way, If you will have premium, you will accumulate this focus points. Always, if you have, like, I'm lazy myself, but try to spend this focus at least on something. It's either grow some sort of crops on your island, like potatoes, refine something, craft something with focus, and then sell it on markets. But do not waste it. Ideally, spend it on something to get your money back. It's an awesome tool and can earn you millions after you will invest into something in the long run.
Want to trade? Satisfied?
The next thing is solo dungeons. You either can buy these maps on markets or find these solo dungeons in open world. You might think, oh, that's how you need to progress in Albion Online. No, guys. Solo dungeons, unfortunately, in current state of the game for the last several years, do suck. They're useless. You still can earn money by farming these solo dungeons. And by the way, that's how you activate map. You either can find normally, naturally spawned solo dungeons randomly in open world or buy a map. You will get your money back, definitely, with active premium. You will earn some silver, but it's a waste of time. Better farm camps low tier in open world in super cheap gear, and you will earn much more, and you will learn faster how to play the game. Ignore solo dungeons. It's a waste of time. But, okay, let me check. Let me get to this point. Oh, my editor will hate editing this video, I'm fucking telling you. I already imagine how he's cutting all this stuff. But, let's say you decide to farm solo dungeon. Or you want to, like, watch a movie on the background and farm some mobs. It's still option, like, you still can do this. You go inside of the solo dungeon. Yeah? And wait for 90 seconds to this dungeon to be closed outside. So make sure that people will not be able to dive you from behind and kill you. And that's why, by the way, loot is so bad and experience is so bad, because it's relatively safe content to do. To make sure that you will not miss this small, barely visible pop-up notification of solo dungeon being closed, you can press logout button inside of the dungeon. You see 300 seconds. It's only, by the way, 300 only if you're inside of the instance. And you can wait until 90 seconds will pass to make sure that it's closed outside, and can keep farming dungeon and watch some kind of movie on the background. Legendary, by the way, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Поясни в контексті Lucky Drop, бо Нюбчик отримує Lucky Drop, і сам день після буде кричати, розказати про це. По дроп поговоримо. Yeah, let's talk about drop system. Okay, the next one is how drop works in Albion Online. It is very important. Different type of content, let's say solo camp in these areas, yeah? By the way, yeah, visually you can recognize them. Is the solo camp or not? Let's say it's a blue chest from a solo camp, blue chest from a solo dungeon, blue chest randomly that spawn as an objective in open worlds, blue chest in mists, blue chest, let's say in hellgates. They have different values. It is very important. So if you got, let's say, a purple chest, it's not always going to be good. It's going to be good only if this content by default give you more loot. A good example is, let's say, 2v2 mists. If you're going to be as a solo player in 2v2 mists and you're going to open their purple chest, it's going to have crazy good value. But if you're going to open this purple chest and you're going to be lucky in a solo dungeon, it's going to be shit. There is still RNG factor, so you still can get sometimes good rewards, but mostly loot bounded towards the content that you are playing. How to increase amount of loot from a chest from playing in open world, like I was showing you previously, go into higher tier locations, but I would suggest you not to do it because they have the highest loot values. Just take it into account that when you're gonna get legendary chests, if the content is shit, let's say corrupted dungeons, PvE loot there is horrible. So if they're gonna be legendary chest, less likely it's gonna be a good item inside. So keep this in mind. And by the way, chests and caches, like a small randomly chests, like small boxes, they do have rarity, but they do have their base value of items that they can spawn inside. So legendary cache, probably gonna be shit, but legendary chest on a camp with mobs, probably gonna be good. So keep this in mind. Factions. Yeah, let's talk about factions a bit. Oh. Let's go. Go for that cache. Hey. Yeah, I call them caches. Yeah, they'll figure out. Oh, my editor will fix it. Maybe. Bye, I go. See ya. Too early? We decide to record some tips and tricks for new players. Dante is not dancing. No, he will not.
Where you headed? Get on.
Let me get set. We're gonna talk about faction warfare. Welcome. Guys, don't forget to press like button. Don't forget to. Today we are talking about tips and tricks for new players. If you have some kind of ideas, please let me know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I did.
Don't be shy.
Oh, nothing broke. Okay,
Bought
perfect.
everything?
Let's go. The refining and farming bonus of every royal city. Yeah, it's a good point. We need to talk about this, Maldrick. We need to. But first, factions. Okay, so in the game, there are different factions. If you're on Royal City, yeah, there is a Limhurst, Fort Stelig, Thetford, Martlock, and Bridgewatch. To sign up for a faction, you need to talk to this faction guy NPC and enlist. Once you will enlist, you need to press flag button. And bum, once you're gonna see this icon, you're gonna be faction flagged. So it can be a very decent way for new players to make money, but only if you're gonna use items you can afford to lose. Super cheap, 4.0, 4.1, sets can be different. You can play as a healer, damage dealer, it doesn't matter. So how you make money? You either do PvE or participate in a faction warfare that can happen like 3 or 4 times per day, maybe even more than that. For different PvE activities, you will earn faction points, which can be exchanged later on different goods. But the most common way, especially among casual players, how to make money is to find random blobs that are roaming around the map. Let me show you. That are farming this group camps. Let me go there. Let me find the showcase. You have an account on EU? Well, if you have an account in Albion, you have an account on every server. You don't need separate accounts for different servers. You use one account to log in on every server. No, not right now, Vivi. Right now I'm showcasing different thingy. They want to. Step by step, guys. Step by step. Literally non-stop content. Can I ask you what the best corp dungeon builds? Can you write it? Or you need to go into leaderboard and check on what builds people are playing in corrupt dungeons this and last week. And check, and could just copy paste these builds. Or go on murderledger.com or killboard1.com. But on 13th, there will be no need. We'll have new Armory system that will give you all information you need. But it's gonna be only in a few days. Oh, fuck. No one is farming these camps, man. What the hell? Oh, it's too early, yeah? It's too early. You have different characters on each server? Well, yeah, you have different characters on each server. Mm-hmm. Ah, someone else. Wait, if I play under you, I won't... No. Characters you have different. You just use the same account. Actually, let me also talk about this. Yeah, Eugene, welcome. Mm-hmm. Fixing schedule and at the same time recording something useful. Maybe Highball Glen, there will be people who are farming these hotspots. Let me check if there is a blob. Лушенко, доброго ранку. Доброго. Stats me? No, I will not. Oh, there are boys, I see. As you can see, guys, we're roaming a bit, and you see Limher's blob farming these group camps. Let me join them. And by the way, you do not need to be in a party to participate in this type of PvE action. You just need to be inside of this area, and once just gonna be active, you will be able to loot your rewards. Oh, come on. I hope they are slow, man. I just need to showcase loot once, and that's all. Only once. Do. Big percentage? No. We just go. We just go. So, as you can see, we just joined this big blobby, and we do nothing. We literally do nothing. We wait until these people gonna clear all these mobs. Again, I do not need to be in a party. I just need to hit mobs a few times. I don't even need to kill these mobs. I'm using suicide gear, as you can see. There is always action. People are clearing these chests. Pum. Yep. And we wait. Loot Nalam. It will be funny if I actually gonna get decent rewards. Mm-hmm. Whoop. No. And by the way, while we are in this area, well, first let's open this chest, I guess. While we are in this area, there is also, you can set up different graphic presets. You see this quick preset button. If you're gonna click on it, you can add one more preset for your visual of the game. So let's say if you're playing in ZVZ or you play this type of content and you want to reduce quality of your picture to make sure that your FPS is higher, you can switch between these presets super fast by clicking this button. Like one preset with maxed out graphics when you're playing solo or duo with a small scale, and minimum graphical settings when you're playing in ZVZ. It's very useful tip. I didn't know that. Every day something new. John, welcome. We wait. 16 out of 20. When people are getting bombed, and they will figure out. And by the way, guys, yes, you... Okay, well, we're gonna talk about it once I'm gonna open this chest. Doo-doo-doo. Up, you see? We press C and left click, and we interact with this chest. Again, I don't need to be in a party even, guys. And we looted all together 14 mil of silver for everyone. For me, it was not a lot. I was not lucky too much. But listen, guys. Okay, so this silverbacks probably I had before, I guess. I don't think I looted so much. So we have 200k, basically, from this chest. Literally with cheap gear that cost nothing. And that's how you can make money in this game, by the way. One more thing, very important. Very often, these blobs of newbie players that are farming these camps are getting bombed by other players. So other players will try to kill you. And yeah, keep this in mind. That's why you always use cheap gear. Okay, this we talked about. You looted 400k. Actually, 400k. Was it my silverbacks? No? Is it my... No? No, it's not my silverbacks. Okay, what kind of tip? The next one. The next one. Someone was typing me a good tip. Ah! Yes, 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 yes. Let me log out. Oh, refining and farming. Yes, after this one. Not 50k from bags, but it's probably bags that I did not stash. I actually looted 400k, yeah. It's too much. Wasn't expecting that. How to say if it's a boss layer legendary? Based on layout. There is a short on my YouTube. We're gonna also talk about this. One weapon to 120 or to 100 first? 175. We're also gonna talk about this. Keep this in mind. You will later remind me about this, because I might forget. So guys, another tip, you don't need to have several accounts. You don't need to have several accounts for different servers. The way how you choose server on what to play, you click on this button and choose Americas, Europe or Asia. And my advice would be to play on a server where you have the lowest ping. Because population is more than enough on every server, but economy is a bit different. But ping does matter. Okay, next one. Let's teleport back. We're gonna talk about city bonuses right now. Do. How to unflag? How to unflag? You just click on this icon. You click on this icon, and that's how you unflag. Easy. But many people do not know about this. Glowing equipment, it's Shift O, it's Overcharge here. Require 10 siphon energy. So each city in Albion got its own bonuses. Wait, how to fucking turn it off? Okay, never mind. So, guys, each city in Albion got its own bonuses. Let's say if we're in Limhurst, we're gonna click on this Limhurst. We click on this thingy, and it will show you what bonuses this city has. Farming guild bonuses, refining bonuses, and crafting bonuses. Yeah? If we're gonna go with Bridgewatch, Bridgewatch will have this type of bonuses. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. On top of that, there is another bonus that applied to certain crafting or refining things. If you're gonna click on this button, Activities, you will press Activities and press on... Oh no, wait, not Activities. No, Activities. Oh yeah, activities. This one. my bad. So today, daily events. You have 15% more fame in corrupted dungeons, 10% loot in corrupted dungeons, and also gathering gear plus 10% bonus and 10% on swords. Limhurst, where we are right now, has by default bonus for crafting swords plus 15%, plus another 10% thanks to these daily bonuses. So today is a huge day, and you're gonna save insane amount of resources if you're gonna craft swords in Limhurst. And that's, by the way, how people make insane amount of money also. Just so you would know. Okay, this we pointed. Next one. Specs. No, about depth I did not talk about yet.
Get you anywhere.
Each city, guys, each city in Limhurst, in Martlock, like in Bridgewash, it doesn't matter, Thetfords. If you're gonna open your map, you will see this Antiquarius Den. Go there. That's a hub where you can enter all type of hellish type of content. So what does it mean? It's corrupted dungeons, it's hellgates, and it's depth. Look. There are not much players right now, it's morning time. So there is also access to your bank, access to auction house. This is depth content, this is corrupted dungeons, and this is hellgates for 2 men and 5 men. Let's say you are a new player. You want to play yellow corrupted dungeons or depth content, which is not full loot, with IP restrictions. No, let me rephrase it. No, let me think how to describe it. So, Albion has lots of IP capped content. Non-full loot IP capped content. It is very important. Non-full loot, like yellow corrupted dungeons, hunter level. It can be abyssal depth, which is orange zones, but also IP capped content. There is also 2v2 hellgates, yellow zones. So the thing is, if you're gonna use 8.3 gear, like because it's a soft cap, so 80% of your item power will be nerfed over a certain threshold. So if there is a minimum requirement of 1k, everything that goes above 1k of item power will be nerfed by 80%, or even 90%. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably 80%. But you still, with 8.3 items, or 8.4, let's say, will be able to get certain item power advantage. Again, it's not a big deal. It's super easy to compete and super easy to kill. If you are dying, it's not because of enemy has like on 50 item power or more. But the reason why I'm telling you this, if you're gonna be in 8.3 or 8.4 items and you're gonna die inside of this content, you will not pay insane amount of money for your repair, because the game will mostly, how does it work? If you're gonna die with high AP gear, let's say with 1800 item power, even 2 mobs, your repair price gonna be insanely high. Recently it was changed, and now if you're gonna die with 8.4 items with AP restricted content that squeeze your item power, price on repair also gonna be lower. So if you're gonna play with 8.3 in abyssal depth, let's say, or 7.3, and you're gonna die to mobs or to other players, your repair price will not be insanely high, like it will not cost you 100 or 150k to repair it. It will be much more balanced. The game will count you not on 1800 item power, but on 1300 item power, or even 12. Depends what kind of IP you have. So I hope it makes sense. You will not pay a lot. Open world is also AP nerfed? No, open world is not AP nerfed. Only yellow zones, yeah. But only yellow. Would depend on content, what we're talking about. Only in yellow and blue zones. Well, yeah, and this will work only in yellow and blue, obvious. Faction shop, they will figure out about faction shop. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not so important. Hello, hello. What else? What else? What else we need to mention? I need your help, guys. Well, in lethal, you're just gonna die. There will be no repair price. How to solve depth for fame? It's more advanced. No, mice. It will not be a part of this video. It's more advanced, like in-depth guides. They're gonna be a part of another video. I want to talk about general tips. I mean, IP cap also. Well, yeah, there will be IP cap, but I don't think there is a reason to mention it. Other roads. Fuck. What should I tell about other roads?
Looking for safe passage?
Ah! Okay. Safe portal, yeah, I talked about safe portal. Guys, you will see Avalonian roads. Let's say you are a new player. You just step into yellow zones, yeah? You stepped into yellow zones, you see this Avalonian roads. Fancy roads. Do not go there. Avalonian Road is a more advanced type of content. We'll not talk about it in details, but as a new player, avoid it. Because once you will enter this Avalonian Road, it's a full loot location. Once you're gonna die in this area, you're gonna die. We'll not talk about how it works, what kind of content to play, how you can play there. It's another topic to discuss. But do not go there as a completely new player. Avoid it. Because you're gonna die. Many players are making these mistakes and go inside and lose their stuff. So don't ever go there. Because again, imagine, it's in yellow or blue fucking zone, you go there and die. Many people do not even read in what kind of location they go. Ah, red zone, red zone. What about red zone? What should I mention in red zone? Conditional PvP, I guess. Let's talk about conditional PvP. Ah, storage hub in yellow zone, okay. They did not remove it. So also, guys, if you are playing on Royal Continents, pay attention on these chests. You see this one, storage posts. You can stash your items there, but you will... These items from this chest is not connected to a chest that you have in your city. They are not connected. Of course, if you are gathering and you want to stash items super fast and later take them and transport into the city, you can. But they are not connected. But keep in mind that you will have such option to stash some items in the storages. As you can see, this one in the minimap. Best way to gather in red zone and stash there? Yeah, actually, the best way is to, if you want to gather in red zone, you can gather in red zone and stash them in these locations. And later, when you will have time, you can transport them safely to the city. So you would not waste your time. Mm-hmm. What are you teaching? Oh, well, we are talking about tips and tricks in Albion Online. Гайд, ну, типу такого, записуємо тіпси, типу, такі якісь поради для нових гравців, бо 13-го новий апдейт і Xbox гравці підтягуватися будуть. Maybe explain how Carlion works? Yeah, I will. I will. Okay, so, guys, another thingy. Let me get to spots. A few seconds. Man, imagine if I will be able to claim it. Give me a few seconds. Maybe we're gonna get black egg. Wait. Maybe there will be PvP action. Guys, we're gonna talk about conditional PvP zones right now. Fuck! They can kill me, still. Oh, come on! He got my kill! He got my kill! Oh, come on, it's not fair! Gue, what have you done? Okay, what let's do? He died. That was example, guys, of conditional PvP. Have you seen how his teammates were not able to help him? Because we were in PvP zone and we both only were flagged for this PvP. That's why his teammates were not able to help him. Let me showcase you one more time on another example. Well, yeah, my kill was ratted, but it is what it is. So once we go on a hotspot with mobs or some kind of PvP area on Royal Continent, let's get to this spot, let's say. It's gonna be available in 6 minutes. Oh, fuck, it will not be. Again, Royals, man, like they transform, like they ruin all these camps. Okay, never mind. Let's imagine this camp will be up in 6 minutes. Once we're gonna be in this area around with mobs will be active PvP zone. So everyone who will be in this area for longer than 4 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, will be automatically flagged for PvP. The system might be confusing, but it is what it is. That's how it works. So if, let's say, you will start fighting 1v1 each other, and you will go out of this PvP flagged area somewhere else, only you will be able to deal damage to each other, unless there will be other PK players. The only way how other people can join you, if they're gonna be super close to this area, will automatically flag up for PvP and will be able to deal damage to you even without attack. Then they will be able also to participate in this action. But if, let's say, you will turn on PK like this, you don't need to be in this area to kill people. You can just kill them. But take into account that after you're gonna kill someone, you're gonna lose your reputation. And this reputation does matter at some point. As you can see, if you will have too much negative reputation, you will not have, you will not be able to enter even yellow or red zones. So always try to keep it lower than 20k. So as you can see, we are now in PK status and we can hunt players. And pay attention, when I turn on PK, there is a status, show an amount of hostile players on minimap. 2. Me and someone else. If you're gonna be conditionally flagged into PvP in this area, like on a hotspot, it will not show you as a PK player on the map. So if you see PKers, it's actually PKers. Let's say you want to turn off. Let's say you want to turn off PK. This one. Criminals are unable to flag as a friendly for 14 minutes. It sucks, man. For 14 minutes, I cannot unflag. How to fix it? If, let's say, you're in a city, you stash all your items in your bank. You stash it. You stash it, you stash it, you stash it, you stash it. Do we have some slots from inventory? Okay, never mind. Let's... So we stash all items, yeah? We have no items, and I still cannot switch it off. So how to fix it? You type /die. Accept it to make sure that you will not lose any items. Respawn in the same city. And now you can turn it off. Easy. That's how you can avoid this debuff. Yeah, outlaw debuff, yeah. Should I talk about outlaw debuff? Yeah, probably I should talk about outlaw debuff. Yeah, let's talk about outlaw debuff. Let me get a set. Ethical crossbow build. No. Ethical, what? 30k build. What is this? It's a curse? No, fuck curse. No, actually, you know what? Let's take curse. Why not? Let it be. Kali, welcome. Always good, always great. New players be like, let's hit and run back to the safe zone. Yeah, it's important. Let's go outside. Okay, guys. The next one. We're gonna talk about outlaw debuff. What this debuff does. Let me find someone. Do we have someone in Fort Sterling to showcase it super fast? Maybe someone is playing right now the game. Let me check other entrances. Maybe I'll find someone. Sejun, welcome. What reputation colors are green and such? Guild finder between key entry. Reputation colors? They give you defense versus players, versus PKers. But again, it's in description. I don't think that I need to explain this. You see? Ah, fuck, no, I need to. And by the way, the one more thing that I did not mention about reputation on Royals. Higher reputation you will have, higher defense versus players, PKers, specifically PK players you will have. So if you will have glorious reputation, you will get 9% defense versus players and crowd control resistance 10% versus other players. Keep this in mind. That's, by the way, how I was abusing it back in the days. When I was recording fights 1 versus 6. Was the control for solo build? Anything. So guys, you see there is a new player, yeah? Let's say I decide to attack him. Bomb, I attack him. Now I got outlaw debuff for 3 minutes. So what does this debuff means? This debuff means that I will not be able to enter city or teleport back for another 30 minutes. See, my R button is not working. I will try to enter the city. I have this icon. And they cannot enter the city. So be very careful. Okay, this we showcase. Iframes. No, it's. I don't think that I should explain iframes. It's mechanic things. Like I need to talk about like obvious things that new player might miss. Smuggler dance. I don't want to talk about smuggler dance. It's useless. They don't need to know. Something basic. Something basic. And useful. What else? When to stash? No. We discussed this already. Item power. Ooh, item power. Mastery bonus. Let's talk about mastery bonus. Yes, you're right. Mastery bonus and item power. Mastery bonus and item power. That's probably one of the most common. Overcharge, we talked about overcharge already. Yes, yes. Training dummies, nah, like, fuck that. But IP, yeah, let's talk about IP for now. Learning points I mentioned, yes, I mentioned where to use them. Inspection, I talked about inspection, yeah. How to inspect, why keyboards, like, oh, hotkeys. Yeah, let's wait, we'll talk about, I'll just equip, different tiers. Bubble vitae. Could be good for new players to know that 80% of the gankers are using ASP radar hacks, and the earth is flat. You're right. Mount trees, how to mount up. Yeah, that's true. Kaimak, welcome. Remount option also, yeah, it's important.
Buying or selling?
Outstanding quality. 5.0. 6.0. 5.1.
See you later.
$15 seconds cooldown. Yeah, we'll talk about mounts right now. But after item power. Island premium. You think I need to mention Thailand and premium? You think it's important? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Oh, okay. Let's talk about islands, guys. For a second. Literally for a second. Do not invest your time and money into islands. You can buy it. By the way, if you buy your first island, even if you will not have premium, you still will have access to your island. You can see island merchant, yeah? You can buy it, then upgrade it, then place anything you want there, like farming. You can do farming, you can build some houses, refining stations, whatever. But do not invest time into it. It's useless. There is a way how to make silver by maintaining like several islands, having several accounts, but don't worry about that. It's unnecessary information for you. Just don't bother about islands. Just trust me, do not bother regarding islands. You do not need that. But again, very important to mention that you can get it only when you have premium. and you need to buy it only once. That's all. Once you bought it, you can upgrade it, do whatever you want with it. Yeah, completely useless for newbies. Із досі на 10 лямів в місяць? Щось багато. Okay, let's talk about item power, guys. Item power in this game. A 5.0, let's say, item, and 5.1. No. Let's talk about item power. Tier 5.1 and Tier 6. You might think it has the same item power, but in reality, Tier 6 will be a bit better. As you can see, my 5.1 has 1180 item power, and 6.0 got 1192. Why is that so? It's because of this mastery modifier. If I'll hover my mouse, you will see it. So what is mastery modifier? That's a system that rewards players for using higher tier gear. And this mastery modifier is higher depend on a tier of the base gear that you are using. Let's say, and its bonus you will get only starting with tier 5 items. On tier 5 item, it's pretty small, like it's 11, yeah? Like with my specs. With tier 8, it's gonna be 46. With higher specs, you also will increase your mastery modifier bonus up to a 60 item power, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the difference. As a new player, do not bother about it. Buy items that are the cheapest one. Hope it makes sense. But you should be aware of this difference, that there is a difference between tiers. Yeah, and also let's talk about quality. Quality of the gear does matter. There are different type of qualities. As you can see, we can, by the way, roll this quality near this NPC. You see this repair station. You go on this repair station and you can roll quality. There is a good, outstanding, excellent, and masterpiece. Outstanding quality, if I'll hover my mouse, will give me plus 40 item power. But let's say if I will roll it to excellent quality, it will give me now plus 60 item power, which is not bad. So when you're buying items and equipping your gear, pay attention on the quality. It does matter. More damage? Yeah, more damage. Item power is basically your damage, defense, everything. Depends what kind of item it is. Mounts. Let's talk about mounts. Mounts is very important. Mounts is very important. Insanely important. Let me buy minor workboots.
Have a look.
Minor workboots. Okay, I cannot. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna use soldier then for this example. Let's go outside. We need to go on a group camp. Have you eaten yet? I eat every day, man. I eat every day. You will not believe. Якість не впливає на спали, на деякі впливає. Але ми не будемо в нюанси, це нюанси. Впливає. Воно зменшує кулдаун на деяких спалах, на деяких воно збільшує демедж, на деяких не змінює. Це нюанси, це не буде. Okay, another setting that I would recommend you to turn on is alternate mount up. So what it does, when you press A, you dismount. And when this option is activated, when you press A button one more time, your character automatically go and mount up. Let's say if you're using controller or on mobile phone, there will be another button to perform this action. But it is very handy and useful to make sure that you will not misclick. Another thing with mounts, very important. When you get dismounted by a player or by mobs, look at this. Your mount goes on cooldown, 30 seconds. So what you need to do if you was dismounted by a player in PvP, especially if you're using, let's say, minor work boots and you are a gatherer, or let's say you want to immediately press your defensives like invisibility potion, boots, and escape. Do not do that immediately. Try to win some time, roam around, go in assassin jackets, wait for a bit, like for at least 5-10 seconds, and only after that try to keep a distance between you and your enemy, and only then mount up. Because the most common mistake, and the way how gatherers are dying even with these minor work boots that give you insane movement speed, I'm talking about these boots, yeah, with this flee ability. What they do after dismount, they immediately press their boots, and when their boots are over, they still cannot mount up because their mount is still on cooldown, and they're dying. Because Genker, what Genker does, he just mount up after dismount and just follow your direction. Follow, 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 follow. Dismount near you, and you still have no mount, and kill you. So better use some kind of invisibility or roam with soldier helmets. Don't press your defensive immediately. Play smart, and then you will be able to survive. Another thing that probably you have seen on my videos, there are some abilities that allow you to mount up when you activate them. Let's say there is a mob, yeah? I activate my cleric rope and can press mount up. And it works, by the way, in PvP. Yeah, there is a 0.5 seconds of the last duration of your cleric rope when it can be interrupted. But there will be moments when your enemy will not guess right correctly, and you will be able to escape. You also, by the way, can use this trick to enter solo dungeon. By the way, it will work with 100% guarantee if your enemy do not have any purges. So you need to time it well. Let's say you are escaping gankers. Someone is trying to kill you. They are following you, oh my god, but you see a solo dungeon. You proc cleric rope and enter solo dungeon. That's all. And you are far away. Now you can go inside of the mobs deep, take some kind of shrine buff. My point is, your survivability will increase drastically if you will use all these tricks. See, there is a shrine, I pick it up, I refresh my ability, pom 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 pom, I use my Wanderlust one more time, and that's how I survive. By the way, this type of mount-ups works not only with Cleric Roll, but with Guardian Shields, with regular shields on any helmet, like this one, you see? Energized shields. If your enemy do not have enough damage to break these shields, or if he do not have any kind of crowd control that can knock back you or stun you. Roots will not interrupt your mount-up, by the way. Only knock-ups, knockbacks, and stuns. No, it can save you as like in 1v1, 1 versus 2 scenarios. Trekking. Should we talk about trekking? If you're a new player, you might try to do trekking. This one, trekking animals, hunt for certain resources. I'll tell you right now, sadly, that's the reality. If you're a solo player, it's mostly useless. You still will earn some money, but it's not so profitable as you might think. There are much better activities in the game that you can do as a solo player. So if you're solo, ignore trekking. Trekking is only profitable and good if you're in a party, if you're doing group trekking. Solo trekking is not nice. Maybe in future patches they're gonna fix it, but for now it's not in a good state. Так воно і є, воно дуже хіровий тип контенту для соло. Okay, what else? What else? Attunement of weapons. I don't want to talk about attunement. It's in-depth. Players should not even bother about it. To never touch HT, it's a trap. Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's talk about HT. Autumn Brecilien. Yeah, we talked about it. Overcharge, we talked about it. Oh, yes, specs. Guys, how to maximize your item power. First of all, I want to add something to item power. Let's say you are playing on gloves. Yeah, you decide to play on battle bracers. If you click on this thing, you will see how much item power 100 specs can give you. 200 bonus item power to all for battle bracers and plus 20 to all war gloves. It is very important. So it means if I will level up this one, brawler gloves, to 75, it gives me plus 15 to all gloves. This one to 76, 75, 15 to all gloves. This one to 50, plus 5 to all gloves. So it makes sense to level up all gloves if you want to, even to play only on battle bracers, to make your build even stronger. So not only you need to level up the main weapon, but also other weapons in the same weapon tree. The same logic applies to your armor pieces of the same type. Let's say if you're playing with leather jackets, level up all leather jackets. But how to do it in an efficient way? My advice would be level up everything you use to 100 and then the rest of the weapon tree to 75. 75 is the best way to go. Why 70 or 75? Because going from leveling up your weapon line from 0 to 70 or 75 will take the same amount of fame as going from 75 to 100. But it will give you a much higher bonus. And by the way, this bonus will be much higher on regular weapons, non-artifacts. So for gloves, non-artifact weapons are brawler gloves, battle bracers, and spike gauntlets. And artifact gloves gonna give you less bonuses. The same apply, let's say, let's talk about maces. Regular maces, one-handed, heavy mace, and Morningstar. They're gonna give you the highest bonus. Axes, battle axe, great axe, halberds. How to figure out is it an artifact or not? You click on item and see, does it require some kind of artifact to create it? No, it's a regular item. No, regular item, regular item. And this one is special. It requires this thingy, this Morgana halberd head. This one require another artifact, another and another. So first level up regular stuff. I hope it makes sense. And by the way, if let's say you want to go 120 specs, yeah, to go all in, first you go 100 main, the rest 75, and only after that you can go in 120 specs on a weapon or armor piece you want. But again, it's not mandatory. 175 is more than enough to perform well and compete with everything. What else? Outer respect. Yeah, let's talk about outer respect. Let's talk about outer respect. So what is outer respect? As you can see, I have combat fame credits. How to get these combat fame credits and what they're for. Once you will level up something to 100, your masteries in a bow, let's say, to 100, and your weapon on 100, once you're gonna use this weapon and do PvE, all your fame gonna be converted into combat fame credits, which you can manually spend on anything you want. How to do it? You click on this specs that you want to level up, yeah? Click this plus button, and it will cost you 93k of combat fame credits to level up it from 69 to 70. You confirm this, and you spend these points. Why it can be useful? You, let's say, can level up some kind of PvE build that very cheap, very comfortable to play. You can play it forever as you want and level up whatever you want in your weapon tree, like in your combat tree. What is auto respec button? When you activate this auto respec button, this ratio of how much fame gonna be transformed will be much, much higher, but it will consume your silver. If you will click on this, you will see in details how much fame is converted into combat fame credits and how much silver you're gonna spend when this button is active. I would not recommend you, if you're a new player, to activate it of this auto respec, because you can spend like tens of millions of silver like this. Yes, you will level up fast, but it's gonna be expensive. The next thing is satchels. This one. Satchels. So what did they do? They increase the amount of fame if you get the satchel, activate this thingy. This one. It increases your combat fame by 72%, as you can see, an 8.1 satchel. But it will consume silver for extra fame. Basically, works like auto respec. I would not recommend you to use it unless you have insane amount of silver and you want to speed up your leveling process. When satchels are efficient. Satchels are efficient only when you are buying high-tier satchels, like 0.2, 0.3, or even sometimes 0.1. But if you're a new player, don't buy satchel 4.1. Don't do that. Don't buy it 5.1. Don't. Just ignore it. Just so you would know such option exists. If you're a millionaire or if you swiped into the game, you want to skip some progression without buying Tomes of Insights, and you want to make it a bit cheaper than just buying Tomes of Fame, you can use satchels. But mostly I would not recommend you to do so. Don't use your LP. Yeah, I explained it. Don't use LP on combat. HC, yes, HC, Hardcore Expeditions. Let's talk about Hardcore Expeditions.
Ready to leave?
I want to mention Hardcore Expeditions. This one, you see this big portal, and it is part of tutorial, by the way. So Hardcore Expeditions, you can do solo if you're a new player, tier 5, to get this daily rewards, to get some tomes, sigils that you can later sell. But there is also a group version of these expeditions, and Hardcore Expeditions. Well, it doesn't mean that you're gonna lose items, no, it's non-full loot content. But it will require your insane amount of investment in silver, in gear, and knowledge, and it is very niche content. My advice would be ignore this content entirely. It's a bit outdated. Again, people still play it, maybe less than 1% of the whole Albion population. I'm not even joking, playing this content. There are still communities that are doing this type of PvE. It can be challenging sometimes. But I strongly recommend you to avoid it. Do not do it. Especially as a complete newbie. Just avoid it. Я спробував декілька разів останню мапу, коли проходив Ниві як дитина, бо нудніше контенту не буває. Його взагалі треба видаляти і реплейснути з чимось, не знаю, з будь-яким контентом. How to check next map by clicking on the next zone arrow on the minimap? Yeah, I showed that. IP I explained. Siphoned energy I explained. Bank I explained. K button I explained. Like, what else? What's the better weapon for beginners? Depends on the content. If open world, just take battle axe and you're good to go. With mercenary, just items you can afford to lose, 4.1, and that's all. Give us a fun gameplay tip if you have a lot of silver and don't know what to do. No, that's I cannot do. Fun. You have fun in one way, I have fun in another way. If I play Werewolf Staff in open world plus PvE, do I use Shield Q? Shield Q tether by default. Anyway, Shield Q tether. Maybe AoE Q, but I would use Shield Q tether by default, always. It's just too overpowered. You can always stay in werewolf form 90% of the time. Well, if you want to buy item on market, for example, I want to buy 6.1 assassin, just type 6.1 assassin jacket in search in market and it will show you 6.1. Okay, this I can. I don't use it, but we can talk about this. Let's say you want to buy assassin jacket 6.1. You type 6.1 assassin jacket. So, as you can see, without even choosing a tier and enchantment, the game automatically show me 6.1 assassin jackets. Because I type 6.1 in this search bar. It can be useful for some people. Okay.
See you later.
We got it. What else? How about things to do when you buy premium for the first time? I don't know what to do. Whatever you want. I don't think there should be tips around this. Battle axe, torch, mercenary jackets, healing boots, guardian helmet or knockback helmet with invisibility potions, 4.0, 4.1 sets. Your set should cost around 30-40k of silver with regular riding horse and you're good to go. But if you want to level up a build and a weapon that can be strong later in PvP, very strong, I would consider this S tier. It is one-handed spear, stalker hood, torch, assassin jacket, healing boots. It is insanely strong build. Leveling up tools, yeah, I explained it. Да, можно... Ну ладно, то такая. I need some kind of 5-head tips. What can be 5-head tip? Guilds we talked about, premium we talked about, dailies we talk about it, weeklies we talk about, journal we talked about, like briefly. I don't want to also provide like obvious tips. Built for the tier list video? What? No. We armory system I mentioned. Different foods. Oh, okay. Guys, one of the best ways how to farm in open world and the best food for you, the best friend in open world, because many players, for some reason, every time when we kill new players, they use stew in open when they're doing PvE. Omelets. No, this food is great, but for PvP. When you're doing PvE and PvP, always use food on health regeneration. It can be soups, tier 5. It can be catfish, tier 7. This one, if you want cheaper option. So what it does, it increases your health regeneration out of combat by 200%, 225, and even higher. So let's say if you're doing PvE with mobs, you can go out of combat after you kill a mob and immediately restore your health. It is much more valuable and much more important than some kind of stew that are going to increase your damage by like 10%. If you want advanced foods when you're using Gucci sets, you of course can go Avalonian stew that actually going to give you damage and health regeneration. But better go with soups or catfish, especially if you're in 4.1. You don't need combat foods. So what you can do, by the way, if you want to keep combat foods, I'm gonna show you. So while you're doing PvE, equip your regeneration foods and use it. Use it. There's a cooldown. Bum. You have active buff of your health regeneration foods. And then equip your combat food. So now you have an option. While you're doing PvE, you will have this health regeneration. And if you see that there is a PvP fight, you can regen up. Press 2, immediately equips 2, without any cooldowns, you will have this bonus damage. So it's like an obvious trick that many new players not aware of. But by default, keep health regeneration buff. Food for crafting and gathering. No, it's... I don't think it's... People need to... Like, they will figure out. Clam soup is good for casters to use a lot of mana as well. Well, they will figure out. That's all details. My point is, like, to figure out... They need some kind of food that restore their health. Then they can later just open all type of food and check what food is useful, what is not. Again, I don't want to go into like details, explaining like each micro step. Okay, but for this build you need to use this food. For that build you need to use that food. It will be a too long video. Ah, here people from far away. Fucking, you're a genius. Yes, 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 yes.
Looking for safe
And Carleon. Yes, Carleon and in-game sound. Albashram, you are right. You are correct. Let's do this. So, guys, let's move. So, once you are playing in open world, always go into your audio settings, remove your music. Well, you can keep it if you want to, but increase your sound effects and ambience effects to almost maximum to make sure that you will be able to hear what is going on your screen. In Albion, sound does matter. Matters a lot. Why? Because let's say if there is a hotspot, yeah, you can hear your enemy much earlier than you will be able to see him on your screen. You'll be able not only to hear your enemy, you'll be able to hear what kind of abilities he uses, what kind of spells he is using, or you will be able to hear mobs that are casting certain abilities. So let's say if you want to gank someone, you can pop your boots, invisibility potion, and your enemy will not even know that you are ganking him. So sounds are very, very important in Albion Online. Also, you see, yeah, mount. I am dismounting right now. I'm dismounting. I have cooldowns on my boots, on my helmet, and on my jacket. But I don't have cooldowns on my Q, W, and E abilities. You think it's normal? Yeah, it's normal. But if there will be a guy nearby, my Q, W, and E spell will go on cooldown. So what does it mean? If let's say you think that someone is in invisibility, mount up and dismount immediately, and mount up again. If you will see that your Q, W, and E spell goes on cooldown, it means that someone is in invisibility potion nearby, or in assassin jacket, also in invisibility. So that's the best way how to check if someone is sneaking up on you or not when you are farming mobs. You see, I'm dismounting right now, up, and my QWE goes on cooldown. But of course I see him. But even if I would not see him, the game would still give me these cooldowns. Let me teleport right now back. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fight for this chest. Wait. Let's die. With 4.0. It's the highest tier I have, yeah? Yeah. Cure Scringe. А, ну, імунку я... Ладно, то таке. Я забув про неї сказати. Коли про маунтів розповідав. Engineering, welcome. Did you cover invisibility bubble timers when changing zones? I was talking about bubbles. Yeah. Briefly. That was awesome. Man, he got Giga. He got Giga. Ah, come on, man. It's not fair. I will die. Oh, come on. He's gonna kill me only with W. It's not fair, man. He's gonna literally kill me only with W. Fuck me. Okay. You fuck up a bit. I need to go with this region. Oh no. Yeah. I'm gonna die right now. Maybe not. I was forced to use Giga. Like, you're gonna take it for free, man, yeah? No! No, I don't want to die. 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 Okay, I'm gonna showcase you, guys. Oh, come on, man. No! You fucking missed his Q, man. I wanted to showcase my own top with Cleric. Okay, let's go to Carleon. Prime time to play? Your prime time. Yeah, let's talk about prime times also. Чи краде Аркану Імінкову курси? Не пам'ятаю. Чесно, не пам'ятаю.
Hold tight.
Рути, мабуть. Okay. Let's talk about black markets. So what is black market and how in general loot works in Albion? Let's start with this. Carleon Market is located in the center of Carleon. This black market NPC guy. You see this big boy? And loads of guys. So what it does, this guy is buying items from players and then put these items as a loot in different activities. Again, it's a short explanation. I will not go into details, but that's how you can make also silver. Let's say you can check what kind of items, and he's only buying. You can check his buy orders on any item. You scroll it and see what kind of items he is buying for insanely high price. Then you find these items that you want to sell to him on Royal Continent, or let's say maybe in Brecilien. Then do trade runs into Carleon and then sell it for profit. That's basically how you also can make silver. Again, I will not go into details exactly how black market works, how he's getting silver, what items are getting destroyed when people are selling it to him. We'll not go into it. Just so you would have understanding how does it work. So the tip is how to transport items safely into Carleon, because Carleon is a red zone. There are lots of red zones and gankers can kill you. The safest way is to wait for a bandit event assault when it starts, and then follow your big blob, faction big blob, and roam around with it towards Carleon. That's what majority of people are doing, and that's how they are selling items to this NPC. But when you're gonna do this, do not faction flag, because enemy faction during this event will just kill you. You just follow this blobby, and that's all. The reason why you follow it, because PKers can be killed by these faction players. So you will basically use this amount of players, huge amount of players, no matter what kind of faction it is, as a protection to make sure that gankers will not get your gear. I hope it makes sense. Yeah, don't go faction flag. Money with cleric. Yeah, cleric rope mount up. Yeah, we talked about it. Mimic він слабкий в порівнянні з іншими спелами, все одно. Sell orders, buy orders, yeah, we talked about. Prime time, yes, Davut. Let's talk about prime time. So since Albion, guys, become... okay, no. Since Albion has 3 servers, not one like back in the days, now we have NA, EU, and Asia server, overall Albion population is higher, but Albion transformed into primetime-based mmorpg, like, surprise, like any other mmorpg existing on market. So what does it mean? The highest population of players will be during evening time, when everyone comes from work, from school, from university, and start playing the game. That will be the highest population on the server, obviously. Yeah, but some people still do not understand what this prime time means. So if you're from NA server, yeah, it's a evening time in America, in America's region. If it's EU, it's evening time in EU. So UTC, like 18, 19 UTC. Asia server, the same. Evening time in Asia region, because there is not a huge difference, like few hours between, well, it depends where you're from, but I hope it makes sense. How prime time affect the loot? Let's talk about prime time and loot. So since black market got a limited amount of items that he can provide as a loot towards players, the highest loot, the higher chance to get a higher loot, more valuable loot, will be when there will be a lower amount of players playing the game. Because you need to think about this. If during a prime time there is like 10,000 of players on a server, but there is only 500 items that you can drop every like 5 minutes, obviously competition will be insanely high. And your chance of getting a good loot, good rewards, will be lower. So that's what people are doing if they are doing like PvE content. Mostly they farm in open world, some kind of PvE activities in the middle of the night or early morning to maximize their profits. It doesn't mean that during a prime time you're gonna get only shitty loot. No, you can be lucky, it's still RNG, but my point is the highest loot will be always nighttime, morning time. That's how it works. Also, another tip is that the highest loot is also the higher chance of getting loot will be after maintenance. Why? Because when maintenance starts, Albion server is still functioning basically on the background. So since players cannot log into the game, this guy is putting items into mobs, basically into chests non-stop. And the first people who will log into the game and open their valuable chest, let's say blue, green, not green one, blue, purple, or legendary, will most likely gonna get abnormal amount of items. And yeah, I know it sounds weird, but that's how it works. And it's not a theory, it's not a tinfoil theory, it's working like that for years, and it's confirmed, it's tested many times. So if you was one of the first who was logged in on a server after daily maintenance and you were super lucky during the first few minutes get a purple chest, your loot will be probably sometimes even 2 or 3 times higher than it's supposed to be. Next one. What else we need to mention? Your music is too loud sometimes. Well, sometimes. But it's not always bad. Awaken weapons. You think we need to talk about awakening weapon? tips how to awaken a weapon. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's... we should add it. Have you talked about type of mounts and which is good for what? No, I don't think we should. Maybe no, we should. No, you're right. I'm lazy, but we need to. But... yeah, let's talk about this. On Thomso Energy, you need to spend. You need to buy chests. We also mentioned this. We were talking about this. Yeah, you need to buy chests. Always chests. To read when you have a pop-up to not get scammed by duels for silver. Yeah, duels we talked. I just said people not to accept any duels. Riding horse. Oh, let's go tier 5. Armored horse.
See you later. Have a look.
Bag. 5.1. Okay, 4.1. Let it be.
My pleasure.
And guys, about mounts, one more thing, game. We have insane amount of mounts in the game. Different variety of different mounts. Battle mounts, regular mounts, armored mounts. And they're all different and all usable and useful in different scenarios. There are super fast mounts, but super squishy. There are super tanky mounts, but they do not have weight passive. And so on and so on and so on. In general, how to choose what kind of mount to play? I would say you need to pay attention on price first of your build. If you're a solo player and you're using 4.1 set of super cheap one, 5.0, by default use Riding Horse tier 3. That's all. Tier 3 horse, it got passive on weight, it's super cheap for 15k of silver, and it will cover everything. It's gonna be a useful tool. Do not go with super expensive mounts that cost like 6 of your sets or 5 of your sets when you are using 4.1. The same applies to expensive gear. If you're using, let's say, 6.1 set, do not use tier 3 horse. Take something more expensive because it will save your life, it will save your sets. Invest into tier 5 at least riding horse, or at least tier 4. Or maybe if you want to take a Swift Claw, or maybe something else, whatever fits you. Very important, I think, in open world is to use armored horses.
I have lots to trade.
But there is one thing that one trick that I want to tell you about. When you use armored horse, it has insane stats, like defensive stats, insane amount of health. Everything is good, everything is great. But it do not have this weight passive, which can fuck you up in the long run. Because if you will start looting items in PvE or in PvP, you can be overweight. So how to fix it? On your boots, take weight passive and play it by default when you're using armored horse. Why? Because this bonus, like 2.5% of defense or 2.5% of attack damage, or maybe a bit of CDR, will not play a huge role in PvP. But it will fix entirely your weight issues when you are a solo player and trying to do some kind of PvE, or you try to loot some items in PvP. So it's intentional. It's one of the most common questions on my stream. Oh, Equart, change your passive on your boots. No, I will not change it. Every time when I use Armored Horse, I by default play with this Courier passive. And again, it's a 5-head move. That's what I would suggest you to do, and it's very useful if you are planning to use it as your main mounts, which is great. By the way, higher tier mounts, especially Riding Horse and Armored Horse, their movement speed scale with a tier. So take this into account. What else? Islands, so we talk about islands. When you get this mount, there is no QWE cooldowns. Well, I think it's not necessary. They will figure out. Просто сид, вітаю. No, how it works, I will not explain. Like I was planning to explain something, but I forgot what I wanted to explain. Was it regarding mounts? Something else? Yeah, Alka, just hold C and click on the chest. That's how you can ignore it. Oh, yes, mounts.
Honest prices.
That's not all. So, guys, one more thing. When you use cleric rope, let's say, yeah, it has armor and magical resistance. This armor and magical resistance will apply on your mount. So if you are using, let's say, cleric rope or some kind of rope, it will be much easier to dismount you. But if, let's say, you are using soldier armor with higher armor and magical resistance, your mount also, by default, will be tankier. So this armor that you have on your armored horse will be combined with a chest piece, defensive of a chest piece that you are using. Many people do not know that, but it does matter. If, let's say, you're gonna be naked, it will be insanely easy to dismount you, even if you're on a tanky mount. Once you're gonna equip heavy piece of equipment, you'll be much more tankier. And by the way, defense stats from passives also counts towards tankiness of your mount. What else? Ah, capes and inspect. Fuck yes, yes, you are right. Yeah, let's talk about this, Blackthorn. Let's talk about this. Longbow. Yeah, let's buy a longbow. 240k for what?
Local goods.
Do 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 do.
Stay honest.
Let's talk about inspect button one more time. When you inspect someone, you see average item power of your enemy. So you would know what to expect, what kind of character power your enemy will have. It says 1378, but it is incorrect. The same as I will open my set that I'm using right now. It says 1144. It's incorrect. Why? Because when you inspect someone, the game counts average item power and includes item power of your cape for some reason. I don't know why it's not fixed, but that's the case. So some people can manipulate this number and reduce this average item power to even 994. But does it mean that my character has 994 item power? No. Because individual item power on my longbow is 1881, on my jacket 1239, on my cowl 1194, on my boots 1167. It's not 994, it's almost 2 tiers higher. But that's how you can trick people or be tricked when you're engaging in PvP with someone. So how to determine, how to figure out what kind of strength your enemy has, like what to expect, what kind of damage to expect. You need to pay attention on these icons. You see these stars. If you will hover your mouse on the star, it will tell you how much exactly spec this guy has. So this one icon, it means 100 spec. This star means 115, and it got its own unique visual for each sub-tier. So I hope it makes sense. Do not pay attention much on average item power. Always check these icons to not be tricked, to not be catfished. How can I quick inspect? Y on a keyboard. I enjoyed your first live YouTube video. Glad you enjoy, man. Glad you enjoy. Guardian Hammer, the best for new players. Don't forget, it's not the best. Коли людина шкрабає срібло на перше преміум, казати про тюни, які бездонним діжкам, ну так, немає сенсу про тюни взагалі. То треба базові речі розповідати. Не вдаватися в деталі. Okay, this we mentioned. That's a good thingy. What else? Learning points, yes, we talked. Focus, we talked. Progression, we talked. Open world, we talked. Like, I think we mentioned most of the things, no? But you know what's the worst? Like, I don't know, is the worst part or not? We are streaming this for almost 3 hours, and I was yapping for 3 hours. How much something happened? Fucking 80 something happened. My editor gonna hate me, man. My editor gonna hate me. Islands, yeah, we talked about islands. Oh my god. But we need to make this video. We need to. When to use focus, yeah, I talked about it briefly. Yeah, we talked about shields and cleric rope tip, yeah. Outlaw debuff we talked. Faction we talked. The way how you can level up as a new player, what items to use, cheap, safe portal we talked. Outlaw debuff, scam duels. What else? How about drops? Fuck that. Killing sickness, how to avoid it? You think people need to... Like, it's mechanical thing towards healers. I don't think they need to. Scam trades. Ah, fuck, scam trades with value, yeah? Probably I need to mention this. Okay, let's talk about scam trades for a second. You see, when you click on any item, it tells you approximate price of this item, 7.8k. Yeah? And if it's a regular item, mostly it is correct. But if it is something rare, it can show you incorrect price, and this price can be manipulated. Let's say no one is definitely, I'm gonna give you an example. Almost no one is selling Harvester work boots 4.3 masterpiece. Just a simple example. And the price of this item on the market gonna be insanely high because someone decided to troll and set up insanely high price. And since no one is buying these items, the game by default will think and will show you the price in this market value of what this player sets up it to be. Yeah? And you will, when you're gonna get it, let's say someone will trade you this item, 4.3, rare, some kind of boots that no one is using, masterpiece, insanely rare. That will cost like 3 mil. It will show you in the market value 3 mil, but in reality it costs like what, 150k. And he will ask you, listen man, you see it costs 3 mil. Give me 1 mil and they're gonna sell it to you for 1 mil. And you are happy. Oh my God, this guy is blind. I'm gonna buy it for 1 mil and they're gonna sell it for 3 and gonna earn 2 mil. No, you will not. You will not. It's a scam. So if you are not sure about prices of certain items, do not involve yourself in trading. If you are not sure what price is for a certain piece of equipment, check it yourself first. Make sure that people are buying and selling this item with the same quality often, that there are sells, that there are buys. And again, I was showing in a previous example how to do it. And only after that, you can decide, should you be involved in this type of trade or not? Make sure that you will not be scammed. It is very important. Another tip. In PvP, Albion has a simplified MOBA combat system. Like combat system basically like in Dota, in League of Legends, but with one small difference. we do have global cooldowns. So maybe if you ever caught yourself on a thought, my God, I was pressing this button, didn't press, it's because it was in global cooldown. Let's say I cannot use my W and Q at the same time. I need to wait for 0.5 seconds before I can use certain abilities. And this can fuck you up. Let's say you need to react in time to avoid something, but if, let's say you're gonna use your Q, and during your Q animation, someone will use like sort of spell that you want to avoid, even if you have an ability that allow you to avoid it, and if you will spam it, it will not work. So take this into account. 0.5 seconds of a global cooldown. Always keep this in mind. Probably if you're a casual player, you will not even notice this, but in PvP later, it will play a role, and you need to take this into account. I remember this scam, and people thought they become billionaires, then was crafting tier 6 stone gathering boots. Few of them estimated price was worth 1 billion of silver. Never go full loot PvP zones with strangers. With new system, I think it will be fine. I would not give this tip. It's all right. Let people enjoy the game. Killing sickness? No ta, ale... Okay, let's talk about healing sickness. Fuck it. Nature. If you are playing as a healer, let's talk about healing sickness. If you are playing as a healer, if you always will heal up yourself in a group fight, yeah, as a holy or as a nature, we'll not go into details, but when you heal up yourself non-stop, eventually you will end up with healing sickness. It's a debuff that will make your heal much less effective. As you can see, healing received is reduced by 40%. How to avoid it in PvP fights when you're playing in a group? The best way how to avoid it is to sometimes heal your ally, and you will never get this debuff. But always keep this in mind. Do not forget to heal your allies, because if you will heal yourself, you'll get this debuff. Again, it's for balance reasons, but that's a way how you can avoid it. Yeah, like 5Q, 10Q, I will not go into these details. Okay, yeah, okay, fuck it. I will trust you because I was not testing it myself, so... chat is telling me, by the way, we are recording this right on stream. For holy stuff, to get healing sickness, you need to cast Q spell on yourself 5 times and on a nature 10 times. How accurate it is, I got no clue because I don't play much on healers, but just keep this in mind. When the new update coming out on 13th. Okay, what else we need to mention? Yeah, it will put you in combats. Yeah, it will put you in combats. What else we need to mention? By the way, guys, while you are thinking, look at this. Look at this beauty. Okay. It's Kingmaker, by the way. Kingmakerino. Like on the screenshot. Huh? It's great. Our roads, we talked about our roads briefly. On new patch, they remove healing sickness on self, if I'm not mistaken. No, you are mistaken. No fucking way they're gonna do this. They're gonna break the game, resist. It's gonna be even worse than soldier armor. Well, 5 times in a row, yeah, but I was mentioning this, that to avoid it, you need to cast it on others. Okay. That's all, I guess. Do we have any ideas, guys? What I did not mention. What I did not mention. Any balance changes? Yeah, some in NDA patch notes. Oh, yes. You're right. So guys, how to check incoming combat balance changes in the game? It's on forum. You go on official website, forum. You open forum when it works, please. You go in NDA playtest threads, NDA playtest, click on this one and check the first message. That's all incoming changes towards the game when you want to check something towards items. What's gonna be buffed, what's gonna be nerfed, and so on and so on and so on. It's in this thread. So you would know. Sometimes they do put all changes in test server thread. By the way, if I'll find it, test server feedback, yeah. As you can see, test server patch notes, Radiant Wilds updates, and you can check all changes, not only towards the balance, but also towards other aspects of the game, as you can see. So keep this in mind. Forum is actually can be useful. Okay, what else? I get a question, if I buy premium in other server and switch back to my server, will it still count? No. Each premium is unique to your server. If you bought premium on an A server for your NA character, it will not work on EU. It's not global. Yes, I talked about guilds, about taxes. Yeah, we mentioned this. Black market we mentioned, yes, also. As a newbie, I didn't know that items are available. You can check all available items in the Destiny boards. What items are available? Well, no, with this I would not go, like it's too obvious. You just can click and check. No. Isn't premium character specific? Yeah, it's character specific. It's not global. Do you think we need to mention this? Okay, and guys, in my opinion, the most obvious thing, but premium is not global. It's character specific. So if you buy premium or you got a premium on your one character, it will not work on another. It will not work on another character on another server. So if you get a premium on Equart, you will have premium only on Equart. If I log in on a Trow character, it will not have the same premium. I hope it makes sense. Community coins and vanities. Fuck no, I will not. I don't give a fuck about drops. It should be removed. I will not even mention this. No. That's what's ruined this category. Consumable, their effects. Well, what else? Gold market. But it's not cheap, it's overall information. Faction points, yeah. Talked. Premium for whole year? How about Q spells that don't go on cooldown? Everything goes on cooldown. Ah, you mean this one? Okay, like that's okay. I thought you were talking about like with 0 cooldown. Well, yeah, that's the only exception, but it doesn't matter. Like there is no sense. Loadouts. Well, people will figure out what loadouts. We are talking about Armory system. When they're gonna click on Armory system, they will figure out what his loadouts are. It should be something unique. something that's not obvious. It should be as a tip, as a like something. Like when you click on this one and click on these arrows. Bonuses for each city that is not obvious. I'm a new player and I choose to play Death Givers. Can you give me advice about Dagger 3? It's playable and how to play with daggers, mentality and combos. I cannot. No, it depends on combos. I will not be able to help you. Like rotations, they're all individual. The most common build for me, let's say, it's Mercenary Jacket, Stalker Hood, Assassin Shoes with Swift Cut or regular run, or Energetic Sprint with that Givers itself, with Smuggler Cape. In open world, you can play even with Assassin Jackets. Sometimes in Mist, people play with Suicide Q1, Assassin Shoes, Swift Cut, with Gigaport and Cleric Rope, sometimes with Mage Rope. Another overlay, yes, we mentioned another overlay, Shift 10. Craft Station Texas, I don't think there is a sense, like, who cares? They will figure out. Андрій, вітаю. Це херня, Стігерон. По біому. Це не важливо. У кожному регіоні, от, типу, Мартлок – це каміння, та? Ну, от Мартлок – каміння. Але тут є регіони з іншими ресурсами, то таке. Вони дзеркальні. Так само і в Тетфорді. От, є локації. Ну, коротше, то херня. Not potion to use. No, I will not go with explaining how to play the game, what to use in this build, how to counter that. No, it should be tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. On 13th, gonna be next updates. Other roads, well, yeah, I mentioned not to go there. Ignore Avalonian roads as a new player, and it is a full loot, even if you will find it in blue zone, yellow zone. That's important. Героям слава, Болідар. What else? I think that's all. Like, the most of the things we mentioned. Man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna end it, and in a few hours, I will remember some kind of tip that I forgot to mention. What else it can be? What else it can be? River is gonna be removed. They do not pay. They're useless right now. Crafting, yeah, no, nothing. Yeah, I talked about shift click, yeah. What's the easiest way to up your spec? Depends content you play. One of the most efficient will be going in depth, trio depth as a solo player. But counting as a tip that I need to mention, I don't know. I don't think it's like a good idea. It's more advanced. It's just, it will be maybe another type of video, what you can do as a solo player and how you can progress. What kind of content and how you should play it. That's how I would, where I would put this information. Buy, yes, buy, sell orders, quick selling, yes, we talked about it. Yes, we also talked about how the map tier go high and low and depending on the inner circle. Yes, we talked about it. Daily events, we talked about it. Bonuses, we talked about. Yes, yes. Lately, whole Albion is a game is impossible to play nowadays. Mist dead? Mist are not dead. I was testing it recently. It's a misconception. That's lie. That's straight up. When we are talking about solo, that's straight up lie. A few days ago was like a week ago was testing it. We're having fights every like 3-4 minutes. There was a 5 minutes without content, to be fair, once. Yeah, there is a patch notes. I'm gonna give you a link in a few seconds. Does quality of the maps matter a lot? It matters, but it's RNG still. Mists. Mists. It's just different type of content. It's not a tip. No. На 30 лямів? Нормально, повезло. Is it safer to use battle mount? No. Battle mount, it's not safer. You're gonna die. Mounting up with battle mount will take insane amount of time. But come on, these things I will not. Who gonna fucking use battle mount as a new player? Look for items on mobs' heads to see if it's a group camps. I think it's too obvious. I don't think I should. No. I don't know. I think we mentioned everything, no? Yeah, 90 seconds I mentioned, yeah. I think we like mentioned 90% of everything with 90 seconds. Overcharged, we talk about overcharged, yeah. So in 3 hours we discussed everything. Well, most of the things. Oh, yes, yes. I remembered. I remembered. I remembered. Yes, let's go. Oh, fuck me. Oh, come on. Dance, I don't want to talk about dance. Fuck dance. New players, it's useless anyway. Okay, no, it's not useless.
I can get you anywhere.
When you will roam in open world in Black Zone, you will find this as a loot, smuggler coins. You see? When you're gonna die, you're gonna lose them. And they're not tradable. So what you can do, you can exchange these coins, but you need them. In this area, when you need to talk to this smuggler NPC, how to and buy these rounds. You will exchange basically these coins on your favor points, which can be later exchanged different goods like treasure chests that I mentioned before. But how to find this dens? These dens are randomly located in a black zones. You see this cave, it's an entrance to a den. And they're across the world, like in this area. Somewhere else I will find it in this area. And so on and so on and so on. So what I would recommend you, go in chip setup, find any den, set up it as home, and then stash all items, because you will not be able to teleport with items. Stash all items in a bank, teleport into a city where your coins are located. Let's say we have some in Fort Sterling. Let's teleport in Fort Sterling.
Ready to leave?
Let's teleport in Fort Sterling.
Let's go.
Coin. One more time. In tab number 1, yeah? Okay, let's take it from tab number 1. Tab number 1. By the way, there is a search button, as you can see. Boom, coin. Let's take it. Rested, okay, I will not go into details with rested buff. Then you will teleport back into a smuggler den. Safely, yeah? To make sure that you will not lose them while you're transporting. And simply exchange, like this.
Get
a drink.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about black zone locks.
Welcome, traveler.
We're gonna talk about black zone locks. Let's move. All servers are very good to play except Asia. Not sure, man. It's a very controversial take. If you have 0 spec, it matters a lot, and the higher your spec already, the less further progress matters, diminishing returns. If you have 0 spec, it matters a lot. What we're talking about? Yeah, don't use learning points on weapons, I mentioned also.
Welcome, friend.
Longbow, yeah, let's take the set. Why it costs fucking 200k? Because of this?
Come again.
Okay, never mind. Let's move. So, also very important, how to get into a black zone itself, because I did not mention, I don't know, maybe some people will be confused. Each royal city got its own entrance into a black zone. You see this ray of light, yeah? It's a conqueror's hope. So let's say we are in Fort Sterling, to get into a black zone of Fort Sterling territory, so we're gonna enter this portal and we will appear in this area, in this Fort Sterling portal area. And from that area, we can go into any black zone or use safe portal that I mentioned at the beginning of these tips. So, let me showcase you. This is a big portal. But the thing is, if you pick up this portal, yeah, you will not be able to anytime change your portal with such simple move to another city. You will not. Well, you will be able to, but it will take 7 days before you will be able to switch in such simple way. But what to do, let's say, if you don't want to wait for 7 days to switch your black zone portal from Fort Sterling to, let's say, Thetford. To do so, you need to, on foot, enter this Thetford portal, go inside and enter this portal itself. Once you will enter, you will rebind your character and you will be able to play by default from Thetford. I hope it makes sense. So it's either you wait for 7 days or you manually change your black zone log. Ты прав, Стигерон. Okay. Let's go in open world. What question? I didn't see your question. Better type one more time. It's just too far, I guess. When you roam in open world, you will see small skulls on a minimap, like on a map. You might wonder, what the hell is this? Death notification. But the death notification in black zone will be only if someone died versus a group. It's either a group fighting another group and there will be global notification on a map. Or if, let's say, okay, let me rephrase it. I'm fucking losing my mind already. Let's talk about open world. When you roam around, you will see skulls. Like small skulls on minimap, it's basically notification that someone died. But you will see it only globally on a minimap in case if victim was killed, the guy was killed by 2 players or more. So what does it mean mostly? If you see a skull on a minimap, it means that it was probably a gang squad and you need to run away. Or there was some kind of ZVZ fight or group fight. So you need to avoid these locations. Recently, they changed it a bit. And now, if it's a solo player killing someone without any assists, there will be no global notification. So if, let's say, you're fighting mobs like this, yeah, you killed a player, no one would know about that. If there is a gang squad roaming in this area, they will not see that you made a kill. It is incredible change, which will allow you to normally roam in open world and participate in 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2 PvP without being afraid that you will be ratted. But actually, I lied to you a bit. The notification will be still on the map, but it will not be global. Let's say I killed a guy in this area. So everyone who will be in this radius, pretty small radius, like 1 screen away, will be notified and they will be able to see a kill. But if there will be a guy on this side of the camp, he will not see it. So that's information that you always need to keep in your head. If you see globally a kill, gang squad, you need to run. Okay. Madriski, man, I don't know. I don't consume Albion content when I am not playing Albion. Okay, next one. Oh, this one, approximately. I will not talk about this, it's obvious. What else we did not mention? What do you think of... What? Painoply? What I mean, for example, going full Avalonian equipment, full mercenary or cleric, is it viable for solo group? No. The game is not working like this. Chunkman, it's not working. Like, you need to pay attention on individual abilities and not on a set itself. That's not a regular mmorpg that there is set bonuses and so on and so on. Brecilien standing and portals out there. Yes, we talked about that. Like type of, like name of the gear do not matter. What matters, native stats, passives, and abilities itself. And you always mix and match. Yeah, there probably will be builds that are playable if you want to roleplay full assassin build, like assassin hood, assassin jackets, and assassin shoes with dual daggers. By the way, this build can work at some point in some kind of arenas. But no. You're playing... I'm playing on the EU, not on an A. What else? What else? What else? Initial build? We just took random items while we are yapping. Fresh account, should I go Black Zone, Fame Farm, spec faster? As an option, you can, but use items you can afford to lose. It's one of the options how you can progress your character. Ну, це в деталі, Сігеро. Ні, це багато деталей треба пояснювати. What does hideout colors means? I got no fucking clue. Well, some of them are public, some of them are not public. That's what they means. I mean the color. Man, I'll be honest, I also don't. I don't play ZVZ and guild content. I've been playing an Ace since Alpha. Bit shame, but you couldn't transfer server when EU was out. Well, listen, when EU was out, when they launched it, I was against even myself versus transfers. It would ruin the game, it would ruin economy, it would ruin everything. It will ruin the sense of progression. It would be a bad move if they would allow transfer. Right now, transfer is fine. Right now, in the current state of the game. But back in the days when there was a launch of EU, no. They would just make it worse. Red means you are not part of the guild and you can't enter it. Green means you are part of that guild and you can enter. There was also public hideouts. High ground and low ground. No. High ground, low ground. I don't know. Like, should I even talk about this mansion? No. I don't think it's important. Yeah, though, like public hideouts, no? Oh, they removed it from the game. Or it's still in the game. If you have to choose one build to go over road, solo and duo with a bear paw, what would you choose? Nature healer, crystal healer, crystal nature, I guess. Yeah, crystal nature. I guess we mentioned everything, no? Guys, by the way, don't forget to join our small community in Discord. In our first pinned message, there is a link. And also don't forget to press like button. Man, that's all? But I think we mentioned everything. We'll not go like in territories, all that stuff, like hideouts. No, 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 no. I want some kind of tips on the level of, like, when you press hold C, you will be able to loot chests. Clickable arrows. This type of stuff. What else? Did they add character transfer already? No, they did not. There is some hideouts that have public for everyone, yes. Mm. Yeah. Ah, how to see full screen? Alt J. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this. So, yeah, it's important. So, guys, there is two ways how to hide your HUD, and it can be important in PvP. One option is to hold Alt-H. You will hide everything, which suck. What if you wanna hide your UI, let's say to see an enemy on the left or on the bottom side of your screen and still be able to see his nickname and interact with objects? In this case, you need to press Alt-J on a keyboard. In such way, you will keep your health bar. You still will be able to interact with objects. You will see what you are doing. And yeah, it can be a nice, useful feature. You can even bind it on your mouse, let's say, this combination with, if you have Razer or Logitech via their apps, with one button press. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you are fighting a guy and he is using invisibility potion. Yeah? To make sure that you will not miss him, because there are lots of UI elements, lots of stuff that might confuse you and you might miss a direction where this guy will appear on your screen. To make sure that you will not miss him, you can press Alt-J and everything is much cleaner, and you immediately will see in which corner his nickname will pop up when he will go out of Invis. That's why I use Alt-J. Not Alt-H, because Alt-H covers everything. Alt-J. Okay, that's good. See, we actually remembered something. What the fuck is this? You mean when you press C, you can be interrupted for opening the chest? No, it means like, you know, like there's lots of people trying to loot a chest on the faction camp, and you cannot click on the chest, like too much players. You can ignore all these players by holding C. During one of the devs videos, when talking about new content, they changes the changes in video quality. He said many new changes to come. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what server you log in on. We're on Albion. What's the hint that all won't be Albion together? What? No, no, no. There was no hints, man. There was no hints. I don't think there was any hints. Auto attack space bar. We also talked double. Yeah, force combat mode. Yeah. I think that's all. Give me any other ideas, guys. What I need to mention. Because I'm out of ideas. Playing today, nothing. Nothing. We are playing nothing. Quick question. I mainly play open world Black Zone with quarterstaff. I like to play Frost in PvE. Can it farm as well as the quarterstaff? No, as well as quarterstaff it cannot. But great Frost stuff is great. Well, great. It's a decent option. There is, by the way, a video on my channel where you can check how we played on great Frost stuff. But I had 100 specs, but still. Because I don't really use quarterstaff much outside of farming camps in Black Zone, where I plan to play Frost in Corrupted, Mists, and Depth with their friends. A Great Frost, take Great Frost, it's good. Again, it will not be comparable to quarterstaff farm, no, it will be much slower. But it's still playable. Does the custom resolution screen allow you to see further? Yes, it does. Oh, fuck yes. Yeah, Blackthorn. And by the way, guys, another tip, maybe you was not aware of that, but we do have WASD control. You see, walk up, down, left, right. If you want to, you can set up and play Albion as WASD and change controls like as you wish, as you want. So you can try it out. Again, Albion does support WASD movement if you want to play a game like that. Okay, we have it. What's your fame stats? Let me check. Oh wait, fuck me, what I'm doing. This one. 1.5 bill. So difficult to use WSD. I never tried it. Again, I know Mogdon was playing it by default. No, controller is already supported. They just want to improve it even more. $1.5 bill, Mako. 1.5 bill. Damage versus resistance. I don't remember formula. Again, it's not. It will be not useful information for new players. It's not like a tip or trick. It just it's completely different. Who cares? You think new players who are gonna watch video about tips and tricks will be interested in damage versus resistance formulas, how it's calculated? No, fuck that. Gonna be boring. Half of the tips, by the way, that I mentioned will be boring to watch. Cloud build structures, no. With this I will not go. Come on, like it's basic stuff. No, it's too much. Like it's the same Blackthorn how to poop. This type of tips I will not give, unless it's necessary and huge part of the game. Yeah, if Albion would be would have normal island content, then probably I would include it. But something useful. Brecilien, yeah, we talked it. I think that's all. We talked about quality, about mastery modifiers. Oh my fucking god.
Buying or selling?
Guys, If you're playing as a group, group dungeon compared to solo dungeon are very profitable and very good. Let me explain to you. First of all, they were changed recently, and the best way is to farm. Okay, you can start with lower tiers, but if you're playing as a 4-man party or 5-man party, as a group of friends, group dungeons can be very nice way to not only to level up your fame, but also get decent rewards. They were recently buffed, and rewards scaling depend on number of players. Ideal party size is 5 men. Keep in mind. And also, they do close like a solo dungeons up to 90 seconds. So it can be pretty safe way of how to progress in Albion as a group of friends, or maybe as a casual group that just started playing Albion, and also earn decent amount of money. Yeah. Again, rewards are scaling right now. Fame is scaling. So yeah, if you have friends, you can farm together dungeon maps. Some people even farm 8.2 maps and still earn money. So 8.1, 8.2, 5-man, the best way to go. As a casual fame and silver methods. Is it doable for 2 players? It's doable, but it's not worth it. 4 or 5 men is ideal. No, it's details, Stoneface. I will not go into details. Don't buy crop dungeon maps, they are useless now. Yeah, we talk about this areas and cities, yeah. Solo, I mentioned they are useless. Journal works? Yeah, like I simply mentioned that journal exists. Like... in the context of a tip how to get premium, people will figure out what it is. Like overall, I explained that this is a feature. This do exist, and the game rewards you by using like playing different type of content. You're gonna get different rewards. Rasta, welcome, Rasta Fire. Якщо підпивасний контент до 7-го тіру під фракою жовтих, помничили навіть лут якийсь є. Ну, можливо. When to try out different content? When you want to, I guess. What are the best weapons for farming Black Zone camps, apart from the quarterstaff and longbow? I would not suggest quarterstaff. Longbow only if you want to play bows. Plenty of weapons. Battle axe, nature, spears, battle bracers, suicide fire, whatever you want, really. There are many options. Next patch, again, it will be much easier. You just open Armory system and the game will tell you what to play. Disarray for groups? No. It's unnecessary information. Disarray, some in-depth mechanics? No, fuck that. AoE escalation? I don't see any sense to put it in tips and tricks for new players. Okay, I can't, like, because if I'll mention AoE escalation, I need to talk about disarray. If I talk about disarray, I need to talk about AoE escalation. I think it should be simple. I should keep it simple. What else? So I'm thinking. We are recording video for like with tips and tricks, and probably we mentioned everything. It took almost 4 hours, man. Almost 4 hours to record these tips. I probably should like prepare a bit, but I decided like with chat it will be easier because you will mention things that I definitely will forget about. Will Armory be reliable in the next update? I think yes. I hope so. Because it will analyze player behavior. We'll see. Will players be able to manipulate it? Can you buy focus? No, you cannot buy focus. anymore. There was an option back in the days. Right now, no. Дізель все-таки це повинні пояснити в гільдії. Ну так, коли вже завезе. I don't know, like, I think that's all. Tier 8 maps can be used only in black zone. Tier 7... Well, yeah, that's details. Like, I will not go... What do you think about farming mob solo or group static farm? Which faster? It depends how you're gonna farm it. What do you think about farming mobs solo? It depends how. If it's a solo in a trio depth, it's gonna be very, very nice. But that's gonna be another topic. What you can do as a solo player and how to progress. I have another idea for a video when we're gonna talk about specifically solo content, the most efficient in PvE, in PvP. Then maybe I will create a tier list of activities, and we're gonna mention and talk about this in more detailed way. Okay, guys, I hope you liked this tips and tricks videos. Hope it was useful. Don't forget to join our small community in Discord. In the first pinned message, there is a link, and also we stream almost every day on twitch.com/Equart. If you will have any other questions, come and ask. If I will know the answer, I will try to answer. And don't forget to press like button. And we'll see each other tomorrow. Whoa, yeah, tomorrow. Bye-bye. See ya. Okay, I'll let it be. Fuck it. It's gonna be chill tips and tricks videos with like basic stuff. And yeah, listen, for us veteran players, what I was talking about, what we're discussing is like so obvious and useless. But for a new player, it might be very valuable information. Even though I can bet we have some veteran players that did not know about some things that I mentioned, so like armor with a horse, or maybe when you hold C and you can ignore all the crowds, or when you can click on these arrows, yeah? There'll be some tips that even veteran players did not know about, I bet. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna go and chill, because I'm still trying to fix my schedule. I'm still a work in progress. Today was a short stream, only was recording these tips and tricks. Yeah, don't forget to join our small community in Discord, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, not tomorrow. We'll see each other. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow. I will wake up morning time. We'll play some Albion, and after that, maybe some Minecraft. I need to on Twitch. Yeah. We'll go and chill. See you guys. Bye-bye.